Check, check, check. Okay. Now you guys can hear me. Guys, you guys are going to have to bear with me today. I am working on a brand new computer that I just set everything up on. So you guys are going to have to just bear with me today, okay? You guys are going to have to bear with me today. Because I am trying to figure this thing out on the fly. Okay? I don't know what you guys can hear and what you guys can't hear. So, I mean, I can see my mixer working, but nothing's named correctly. Everything's all messed up. But anyways, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully I can get this thing all figured out. Well, you guys can hear me. I'm not sure you'll be able to hear anybody else. So we got to work on that. You can hear me, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear anybody else. Disassociate said new streaming computer. Oh, trust me, not taking off. I I had to buy this new computer because my old computer like was literally bogging down. Like it literally couldn't take it anymore. It like every single time I would stream, it would come on and it would say like like your computer can't handle all of this. It's too much. Every single day. Yeah. No, I don't know if you guys have been listening to my podcast or not. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, if we I hope you guys are enjoying it. I also hope that if you guys really, are really enjoying the podcast, that you guys would please support the live. Cause yeah, we're at a spot where the podcast might not be going on very much longer. If we don't, if we don't get on with it. So just thought I'd let you know that. But hopefully we can continue. Hopefully we can. Yeah, this has probably been my this has actually been probably one of my worst months in about a year that I've had streaming, unfortunately. It's been really, really rough. Unfortunately. All right, let's start up over here. Let's see if they can hear me over here. We're going to find out. Oh, it's okay, disassociate. Hey, I'm trying to make sure everything keeps going. And I'm just trying to keep the lights on this stream right now. Trying to keep the lights on the stream right now, honestly. So but yeah, this was one of the first starts. Was just I had to get a new computer. Just trying to keep the lights on. Just trying. Yeah, I know. You've told me that like 3 times and it never works. I also hope I don't have to get rid of the podcast. I'm really enjoying it. I also very, very much hope I don't have to get rid of the podcast. I would definitely prefer not to. I would definitely prefer not to. I definitely, man, I raised my camera a little bit, and I don't think I like it. Thank you, Johnny. I raised my camera a little bit, and I don't think I like it. Ooh. I don't think I like it. Ooh. 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 Too much. Too much. Too much. Whoop. Let's give that a shot, huh? Let's give that a shot. Yeah, no, I really do hope that I don't have to stop the podcast. But um yeah, launching that thing has, it's just a lot. Did you get one of the OBS bot cameras? I've been running OBS bot cameras for a long time. A long, long time. Yeah. Yeah, I've been running OBS bot cameras for um oh my god, at least 6, 8 months, maybe longer. Maybe longer. Yeah, it might even be longer than that. So I've been running for a long time. A long, long time. Yeah. I'm about to even upgrade. Like I'm running some decent OBS bot cameras, and I'm about to upgrade and get different OBS bot cameras. You have the one that doesn't move. This one does move. Like it'll um like I can make it track and everything. Yeah, I can make it track and everything. But I just turn off the tracking. Yeah, I just turn off the tracking. So, yeah, I don't like that. Anyways. Oh shit, I gotta charge this thing over here. It didn't notify you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Oh, goodness gracious. That is a that is a whole that's a whole lot of screen right there. I've never done this before and I don't think I like it. Capo, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. I really, really appreciate that. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Capo for the 10 gifted? Thank you so much. That is absolutely huge. Y'all, if you want to be like Capo and help support this live, it would really, really mean the world to me right now. It would really, really mean the world to me right now. If you have the ability, of course. It is very obvious that I'm being suppressed on multiple fronts. By I'm being suppressed on multiple fronts by by all the things. So this has been like the lowest month for subscribers, for viewers, and for ad revenue and everything else, and donations and everything else. So it is by far been the lowest for that I've had in probably a year. So yeah, I really really appreciate the support, and support like what Capo just sent is absolutely huge. Is absolutely huge. So thank you so much. All right. They can't stop me. Well, they're trying. they're they're trying real hard. So they're trying real hard. If it helps since I'm a kid, I can't pay, but I would pay if it could. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. You know what? W's a chat for West for being a kid and not having any money, but saying that if he had some, or she had some, I don't know if it's a he or she. Sorry, if he or she has some, they would totally send me a super chat right now. That's what they said. They would totally do it. True story. True story. All right. Anyways, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you still support Trump, you can, or you're a Republican, you can join on the guest request box, or call the number. Have I ever thought about beard implants? Why would I? Why would I get beard implants when your mom loves it just the way it is? Doesn't even seem fair to her. Doesn't seem fair. Just I wouldn't do that to such a Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. You hear me? Sorry, Summer was losing her mind. Summer was losing her mind down there. It's probably something really crazy, like a dog was walking down the street. She usually flips out when a dog is walking down the street. Oh shoot, I need 1 second. Sorry, I gotta message Ari real quick. Yeah, Summer. There's a dog barking down the street. Your mom's not my type. My mom's not your type. She likes guys over 5 feet tall. Oh, well, I am 5 feet tall, but she's much more concerned about how tall I am laying down. So, you can just call me stepdad, okay? If that's easier for you. If that's easier for you, it's much easier. Just call me stepdad. All right. Dude, this isn't gonna work fast for you. I can speak so much faster than you can try to type into the chat. I'm gonna win this 100% of the time. Okay? Look, I understand it's not about the height, it's how you use your height. Okay. I'm just saying Okay, I'm just saying that demonic angel, that their mom specifically likes the height. Like, I just their mom specifically. All right. She learned her lesson after, after dating his dad. So, really important. All right. It's just specifically. Sorry, I can't actually put the I told you got a new setup, so I'm kind of like running um I'm kind of running like on a I'm doing my best over here. I'm doing my best over here, but I can't flash the stuff up on the screen. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I put the wrong thing in. And I put the wrong thing in, and now I don't know how to fix it. Did I do it wrong again? Okay, fix that. Never mind. I just fixed one of them. If you still support Trump, you can call in or you can join the guest request box and I'll bring you up. We can have a conversation. Um Sorry, I'm trying to fix like 9 different things right now. And I think I just did. I think I may have. I think I may have. I'm the problem, better known as Heathen. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. So are there any MAGA worth I can do it now, huh? Hey, there we go. I fixed it. Are there any MAGA worth talking to? I mean, was there ever? I think was there ever is the better question. I guess there's arguments each way. Huge W to the chat for I'm the problem. With the $20 super chat, I really appreciate that. Y'all, again, if you guys could do me a favor, and if you guys have the ability to support the live, I really, really would appreciate it for the rest of this for today and for the rest of this month. We are trying to stay afloat with the new podcast and everything going on right now, and it is a struggle right now. Struggle. So if you guys have the ability to support, I really, really appreciate y'all. It really, really does mean a lot. Every single dollar counts. Super chat, live gift goals, clearing out the gift gallery. Um, I do have pay links in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics, if you prefer that way. Gifting any way that you can support. Janelle right there with the what is that? Stay hydrated turtle right there. Anyways, you guys support, I really, really appreciate y'all. It really would mean a lot to me right now. Just like I'm the problem and Capo have done so generously to start out this live. Um, so I really appreciate y'all, and I really appreciate anybody who's able to support. It is just absolutely whew. I almost had to call my podcast team and be like, "Hey, we're gonna have to cancel for the next month." I almost did it, and I almost did it, and I was like, "No, I think we can close out the month. I think we can close out the month, and we can pull it off. I think we can." So I think that we can pull it off. So we're going to try to pull it off. I think we're going to do it. Start with Kim. Kim, thank you so much for clearing out the hand hearts out of the gift gallery. Huge W's in the chat for Kim for clearing that out. That is absolutely huge. Day 2 of gift gallery. Today's Tuesday. Day 2 of gift gallery. We cleared out. I think we have 3 things cleared out now. I think we have 3 things cleared out of the gift gallery now. Let me go check. I think Ari cleared one. Yeah, we have the roses, the hand hearts, and the DJ glasses. I know we can at least clear out like the finger hearts and the roses. Aren't those things like a few cents a piece? Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Kim. If you haven't done that already, huge W's in the chat for Kim. Thank you so much, Kim. Also, Feisty with the gifted membership. I really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. Janelle Elizabeth, thank you, Feisty, so much. I really, really appreciate that. Disassociate, Anglinator, VJ, and DV, all with the gifts over on YouTube also. I really appreciate all of those. And Mary, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Said, I like your beard just how it is. Aw. Thank you, Mary. I don't say I get self-conscious about my beard. It's just never going to connect. I think we just figured that out. I think it's just never going to connect. I think we had to figure that out. And that's okay. Ari likes the beard too. That's what's important. That's what's important. Ryan, thank you so much for clearing out the corgis. Cat Mom, thank you so much for clearing out the donuts. I really appreciate both of those. WC Chat for clearing out gift galleries over here. Thank you so much. And Rubinator, thank you so much for the 20 over on Cash App too. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And VJ, thank you so much for the gifted membership too over there. I really appreciate that also. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean, you have no idea how much it means right now. I wish you guys could understand. It means so much right now. But I'm gonna see if I can get a caller in here. I'm gonna try. But thank you guys so much for everybody who's donating. We gotta finish off this month strong. Hello, how are you?
Not bad. How about you? Why is there a talkback?
Y'all can hear him. I can't. So that's an issue. Is he like cursing a whole bunch or something? Caller, if you're there, I can't hear you. So give me a sec. Why can't I hear them? Are you there?
Yes.
No, I can't hear them.
Cool, then I'll say this for your audience.
He said he can hear me? Well, I knew we were going to have some problems, okay? We knew we were going to have some problems with audio. Like I said, brand new computer.
Cool, I can just say this to your audience then. Yes.
Brand new computer, so we're trying our best over here.
Trump. And yes, we are going to destroy your concept of what America is, because your concept of America is completely insane. So yes, you are correct. Your concept of America is what we are attacking.
Why do people feel the need to? Why do people feel the need to tell me they're leaving? Just leave. Those are worse for your eyes than anything else. All right. Well, I can't figure it out. Bro is just yapping away. Mute him. If I mute him, then how am I supposed to know that I can hear him or not? What the heck is going on? If I mute him, then I don't know if I can hear him or not. All right, we're gonna try it again. I don't know what's going on over here. You can't hear me now?
They can hear you. They're lying. I heard your mouse.
Connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
I don't think it's working. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I don't know why I can't hear that. What?
Change the top one to your phone mix.
There is no phone mix. That's the problem. It's not there. There's like a recording mix.
Move it over.
Move it over to what? What do you mean move it over?
I can't see the other two. No. Move the window over. Sorry. Okay.
Here, I can actually bring in Dave the train guy. At least I know he won't
say crazy stuff.
Yeah, now I know he won't say crazy stuff. Dave, go ahead and give your train fact while I try to figure this out.
Hey, all right. So today's train fact comes from a very small class of locomotive that was built in 1932 and 1953. The London Midland Scottish Railway in 1932 needed 5 locomotives for just shunting duties around various different freight yards in the north of Britain. So they went to the Kitson Company of, I believe, Scotland, of Leeds, and ordered 5 four-wheel steam locomotives. They were literally just classified as the Kitson 040s and never received a London Midland Scottish Railway classification. The 5 locomotives, which were numbered 4700 through 4704, ran basically until the end of steam, with the last one being retired in 1964. The railroad loved them so much, when the London Midland Scottish Railway the British Railways examples differ from the London Midland Scottish Railway examples due to having a shorter shorter water tank. The water tank was the length of the boiler on the first 5, but due to the fact that the coal bunker was so small, that ended up with coal being piled up on the running boards inside the cab and everywhere that the locomotive could store coal. So when the second batch was made, the water tanks were shortened and the coal bunker was extended so that you wouldn't have coal really falling off the locomotive during operation. These locomotives continue to work. The last of the British Railway examples lasted until 1966, and sadly, all of them have been cut off.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep it. I'll try to finish that.
Oh, no. Oh, I can hear an echo.
Yeah, that is the brief history on the London Midland Scottish Railway Kitson 040s. I'll post photos in the Discord server for people who are in that.
Did everyone... Check.
Did anyone hear that is the better question.
I heard it. I heard it towards the end. It took me a second, but I got there.
All right.
Does everyone else hear him too? I know there was a quick delay. It was restart, turn it off, turn it back on again. And we got there. So thank you, Dave. You saved the day with your train facts.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
What'd you say?
You're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm posting photos of the very first one built in your Discord server.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You too. Yeah, W's in the chat for Dave the train guy for saving the day, for talking while I figured out my audio. I figured it out now. It was nothing that I had set up wrong. I only just needed to restart my voice mixer and everything started and worked fine. So Dave saved the day, allowed me to talk. Sorry for you guys had a little click in there where it took a second. But anyways, if you were the person who called in earlier, and wanted to chat, then you can come back up now that it's actually working. For everybody else, oh, sorry, there was somebody that cleared out my retracted. Thank you so much for clearing out the hat and mustaches out of my gift gallery. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank everybody who hung around for a second while I had to figure out some audio problems. Like I said, I had to buy a new computer because my old one was literally yelling at me every single day saying that that you're running too many programs and you can't do this. So I had to buy one. So this is the first day using it. So audio mixer's all getting ready. Everything's being reinstalled. So we are kind of doing this on the fly. So I really appreciate that. So thank you guys all for staying. And no thanks to that guy who decided to let me know this thing is a mess and he was going to leave. That guy can go fuck himself. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 40.
You said 40?
Yes.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I don't support any politician. I vote for a politician that aligns with my values. That's kind of peasant thinking right there.
All right, awesome. Who'd you vote for in the last election?
I voted for Trump.
Awesome. So are you still okay with your decision?
Absolutely.
Cool. Then thank you for telling me 40 words that could have been said in one, which is yes, I still support Trump. But thank you for telling me all the other ones. For giving me the entire banter to get to yes, you support Trump. Awesome. So why is that?
Because it aligns with my values more than any Democrat.
Awesome. Do your values include things like sexual assault and fraud, or?
What?
I asked you.
Are we starting with
if your values include things like sexual assault and
fraud? Why would I
fraud?
accept your framing?
Because you said that Donald Trump's values align with yours. So I'm asking you about Donald
And
Trump's
why would
values.
I accept your
He has been
framing of
found
that?
in court.
Why
He has
would I
been
accept
found.
your
He has
framing of
been
what you're
found
saying?
in a court. He has been found in court that he has committed fraud multiple times, and he's been
Yeah, I
found
don't
in
care what a
court that he
kangaroo
committed
court has said.
sexual assault. Right?
I don't care what a kangaroo court said.
There you go. So right there. So multiple courts have said that they've done all those things. So if you're
I
saying
just
that
said I
allows,
don't care what a kangaroo
sir,
court
I'm not listening to what the
said.
fuck you're saying because I'm talking. If you have something to say, you can say it when I'm finished.
You're just gonna gallop and filibuster throughout this, or what?
Why do you guys is this like some like you guys like all MAGA got some like word of the day calendar?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you guys all get the same? Is it like Fascism Monthly or something like that? You guys all get the word of the day calendar, and your word of the
we're
day
going
is,
with
and your
fascism
word of the
now.
and your word of the day is gish galloping. Is that what it is? Because for like 3 days, all I've heard is someone say gish galloping when I literally just question them on the thing they said. You do realize that gish galloping is not just me asking you questions on the thing you said, correct? That's not what that word means.
And what didn't I answer?
Okay. I didn't say you didn't answer anything. You're calling it gish galloping because I am asking you a question based off of what you told me. And then you asked me another question based off my question. You asked me, why would I accept your framing? Then I explained that, and now you're calling it gish galloping. So apparently it's gish galloping if I just answer the question that you posed to me.
I just said I don't care about the kangaroo court decision, so why are you still doubling down on it?
You don't care. I didn't ask you to care about the kangaroo court's decision. I'm asking you about your values.
There you go. I told you about it, so move on.
I'm asking you about your values, sir.
So move on. I don't care about the
No, I'm asking you about your values, and I'm not moving on.
Now you need to try something different.
You started out with he matches your values.
Yes.
Yes, Donald Trump's values are sexual assault. Donald Trump's values are hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump's values, okay, is saying that he has, Donald Trump's values is saying that he has sex in common with his daughter. That's a value to Donald Trump, right? When he was asked about his daughter, what he has in common with his daughter, he said sex, right? Like that's super weird for just like anybody ever. But that's some of the values that, that you must that must be deep inside of your heart, right? That you really enjoy. That's why you still support Trump, right?
Angle you're going with? Come on,
sir.
Man.
You know what? How about this? Can you try something for me? Can you try something for me?
How about you try getting me
Can you try something, sir? You're at like 1% volume, like no one can hear you. Okay.
I don't care about your
He is an angry little man, isn't he? He is an angry little man. Wow. Guys, what's very, very important, like for everybody, like if you need mental health services, it's okay to get mental health services. You know, you shouldn't try to, like, stay away from it. I know that, like, especially for men, it's been stigmatized for a long time in our lives and stuff like that. So, but you should just go and get those mental health services. You shouldn't try to run away from them. All right.
You're the one.
All right.
That's pretty weak on your argument, man.
Sir, all you've done instead of actually engaging in conversation with me is complain about what I'm saying. Okay. How about instead of trying to complain about what I'm saying or the framing of what I'm saying, you actually just answer the question?
I rejected what you said. I don't care about your bullshit.
Gotcha.
That's not a
Well, sir, I am
complaint.
sure that you are very used to that because you have to reject a lot of facts and evidence in order to continue to support Trump. You have to like literally see everything going on in like the world right now. You have to see all the stuff, right? You have to see all this stuff, and you have to just ignore all reality. You have to ignore, evidence. You have to ignore facts. You have to ignore your morals. You literally have to ignore everything that makes somebody somebody, right? In order to still support Trump. So it doesn't surprise me, sir, that you're rejecting all of the things that I have to say about Trump. That makes complete sense, actually, right? That makes complete sense, right? My question is, sir, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep rejecting, all right, reality, right? You have Donald Trump right now arresting American citizens for vandalism of a pool, okay, that is so obviously being destroyed by chemicals that it's like not even funny, right? Like, not to mention that there's literally videos of him driving down the pool. Like, he literally was signing an executive order. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. He didn't even know what he was signing, right? Cryptography. We are signing an executive order on cryptography. Did you guys see that? It's like, can you guys imagine what guys like this would have said if like Biden had done that? Like if Biden had gone up there and didn't have a clue like what he was talking about or anything like that, right? If he didn't say any of that stuff,
not automatically legitimize whatever you say. You saying the word reality does not mean that whatever.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't hear anything that you were saying. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything you're saying because you're not really saying anything. You're just making up bullshit. Okay, let me.
How old did this guy say he was? I can't really remember. Can you guys remember?
Hello?
Hi.
Yes. So I want to let you know.
Yeah, no one cares. Are you going to actually engage in any actual type of like genuine conversation with me? Because I'm already kind of getting bored with this, sir. You told me you support Donald Trump because of his values. I questioned you based off of Donald Trump's values. You are now just gish galloping. This is actually the actual definition of it. You used it incorrectly earlier. But this is actually the definition of it, right? You're just kind of gish galloping and trying to grandstand. It's really kind of weird.
Is this your entire show?
It's just having to listen to morons like you. Yes, unfortunately, that is an unfortunate part of the show, is that I do have to talk to people like you all the time. It is, trust me, I don't enjoy it either. Okay, nobody else here enjoys it. I don't enjoy it, right? But sometimes I actually get to talk to like people that have more brain cells than emotions, right? Unlike you. But sometimes, I do get to have people on the show that have more brain cells than emotions, unlike you. Okay. So I'll give you one more chance. All right. And really, I mean just one. Can you please tell me why you still support Trump without losing your mind?
I've said it before. So it's going to be the same thing. He aligns with my values more than Democrats. I don't care what bullshit you make up.
Awesome. So when I say things like Donald Trump has been, adjudicated of sexual assault, when Donald Trump has been convicted of fraud, you just ignore those parts, right? Because you're not saying that those parts of your values align with it. You just ignore the parts that you don't like of Donald Trump's values and then keep the parts that you do like.
Your problem is that you think that everybody believes the same nonsense you do. No, we do not.
No, sir. I am under no illusion that everybody brings that I have no, like, there is no disillusion that makes me think, right, that everybody believes facts and evidence. Okay, like I said, if everybody believes facts and evidence, okay, then we wouldn't even have MAGA, right? Like, no one would be supporting Donald Trump if that was the case, right? So no, sir. I don't have any. Like, I don't have any thought whatsoever to say that, oh, I didn't think that maybe, everybody believed facts and evidence, sir. But I'm not trying to ask you, I'm not trying to ask you about that. I am, sir, no one asked you what you care about. Please put your feelings away for a little bit.
That's not my feeling.
At what point, sir, did I say, sir, what do you care about?
You asked you asked me if I cared about some bullshit sexual
No, I didn't.
assault.
I have never once asked you whether you cared about anything. I asked you where your values aligned, because you stated that Donald Trump aligns with your values. You see how that works? Sir, do you know the difference between value alignment and caring about something? Do you understand about the difference between value alignment and caring about something, just out of curiosity?
Do you understand that?
All right, sir. Well, I really did like try my best, right? Like, I really did try my best with this caller. I'm doing my best over here. Okay. But really, just listening to him scream and yell into the microphone about nothing because he won't engage in a genuine conversation is really annoying to me. So I did give him one more chance, though. You know what I'm saying? I did try to give him one more chance, which I think, honestly, he didn't deserve at all, right? He didn't deserve that last chance, and I gave it to him. But
So because I don't accept your sexual.
Yeah, whatever. Goodbye now. Anyways, y'all, I am totally okay with having, even slightly aggressive conversations. Like, I have no problem with that. But I do need you to actually engage in the conversation. All right? Like, I'm pretty open about like even getting in like pretty aggressive debate and conversation. But you do have to engage in it. All right? If you can't engage in it, then we can't have a conversation, okay? And I'm only going to give you so many chances. I'm only going to give you so many chances. Anyways, y'all, first of all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. If you guys would like to support the live, like I said, like I was telling everybody earlier, y'all, I almost called my podcast team today. First of all, if y'all have not watched listened to last week's podcast, I'd really appreciate it if you go to my link tree and listen to it. Like I said earlier, I almost called my podcast team and canceled the podcast for next month because this has been probably one of the lowest months as far as views, as far as ad revenue, as far as donations and everything that I have had in about a year. And I am trying to keep the lights on this show and this podcast and everything else, along with keeping my equipment updated. So if y'all can support, I really, 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 really would appreciate y'all for the rest of this month. We are just trying to keep this thing lights on and moving. So, as always, I do have super chats. I do have live gift goals. The gift gallery is we're trying to clear that out. We got the hearts up there right now. I think I need 5 of those for one person to clear that out. All the pay links are in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics. So I really, really appreciate any support. We're just we're trying to, we're trying to keep the wheels moving over here. Okay. I don't think the social media companies want me to, but because they're definitely they're definitely fighting me right now. But hey, if you guys support, I appreciate it. And if you can't, that's okay too. I completely understand. You guys are more than welcome to hang out here and chill anyways. But if you can, it really, really I really would appreciate it, especially for this month. With that said, Elizabeth, thank you so much for the sparkles and the star. Angie, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said licensed therapist here. Send the crybabies to me. I need your card. You want a sponsor? Like, can I get just like we'll do like a what do they call it? Like an affiliate program? You know what I'm saying? Every single MAGA that I send to you, like I don't even want like a percentage cut. I'll just take like a set amount because you're gonna make thousands, right? Like, because they need so much help. All right. Yeah, you're talking decades and decades of therapy that they're gonna have to catch up on. So Roms, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, for them, reality is whatever Daddy Trump tells them it is. I don't even think that dude was living in that reality. I don't know what reality he was living in. That was absolutely crazy. Thank you so much, Robs. And disappointing, thank you so much for the gifted membership, too. I really appreciate that. W's in the chat for everybody who supported. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's called an affiliate program. Like, I get a QR code, they scan it, you know what I'm saying? And if they go to her, then, then I get like a cut. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
42.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
That's just who I voted for, and I'm going to support him since he's the leader of our country. But I had a question.
Okay.
Based on the last caller.
You do? I'm just impressed by that. The fact that you could even have a question based off the last caller is impressive to me. So I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Well, it's you. It's not him. But when you say MAGA this or MAGA that, who in your mind is MAGA?
Yeah, the people that prescribe to Donald Trump's rhetoric and listen to things that he says in a way that is literally cultish, right? So the complete ignorant, like complete people that are completely ignoring facts, ignoring evidence in order to appease their like for Donald Trump, right? Like, for example, if I ask you, do you still support Donald Trump? At this point in time, when Donald Trump has done only negatives for our economy, only negative for our culture, only negatives for their standing on the world stage, right? If you're still supporting that in spite of supporting America, because that's what you only have one of those two choices, then you're MAGA, right? You're saying that the things that Donald Trump is doing is more beneficial to America than not, and that's MAGA.
Okay, I wanted to get your clarification of that because it's different for different people. Because I've asked it before, and some people say it's if you voted for Trump. Some say it's if you go to the rallies,
Well, no, I don't believe that if you voted for Trump, you are necessarily MAGA. I think that there is plenty of people right now who very much want their vote back and do not support, this government and don't support the policies that are coming out of it and understand that they made a grave mistake at the detriment of American citizens, right? And they can look at that and they can go, yep, I was wrong in that, right? Those people aren't MAGA. They're not cult trained. They've learned, they've looked at the evidence, they've understand what they've seen, and they've come to a better conclusion, right? If you're still going to rallies at this point, I believe you're still MAGA though. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. If you're still going to Trump rallies or you wear or own anything that says Trump, you're MAGA for sure.
So is there no gray area? Like you're either a ladder puller or you're good or bad, right? Like, so in my state, Florida, Miami, which is not majority white, went red for the first time since 1988. 70% Cubans voted for Trump, 65 to 70. Osceola County, the largest Puerto Rican county, voted for Trump. So are all those people racist?
I never even mentioned racist.
In general, are they?
Well, have you seen the polling data out of those? Have you seen the polling data out of those counties since then?
Have you ever used the term ladder puller?
Yes, I have. Have you seen the polling data out of those counties since then?
Have you?
Yes.
Can you give it to me?
Because I live in Florida also. Yeah. So yes, I absolutely have seen that. And what you've seen is those same counties that voted for Trump in that last election have completely flipped, and the majority of the people do not support. AP did a poll on that. Reuters did a poll on that. Fox News even did a poll on that. I don't think there's a single person,
like I don't have it.
I mean, I can pull up multiples, but is that really do you not believe me? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you're going to make a claim,
I'm not making the claim. The poll's making the claim. I'm just citing the poll. Okay. This is not like a hidden thing, right? This is very, very true. You saw literally Donald Trump's, in Palm Beach, right? You saw Palm Beach flip blue just what, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, right?
That's
I don't even know if it was that long ago,
we
right?
were also told right before this election that all the Latinos were being persecuted. And by the way, I'm Cuban. So it's interesting to me when we got the initial results back, it did not show what we were told. In Florida, anyways. I mean, also in Dearborn County, Michigan, majority Muslim, went Trump.
Okay.
So,
sir, ma'am, it's 2026 though. You understand that, right? It is 2026. You understand that, right?
Right. I'm waiting for your data.
Yeah, sure. Trump's approval rating from 2024 all the way to now. Here's the Hispanic. Let's see. That's 2024. Yeah, these non-Hispanic adults, non-Hispanic. Let's see. I'll bring up the specifically Hispanic voters. Dude, this is from Pew Research Center showing the incredibly sharp drop, right? Yeah. So this is his 2024. I'll put up on the screen for everybody. This is his 2024. Oh my goodness, what happened? Oh my goodness. Sorry, that just glitched the hell out there. All right, there we go. This is for non-Hispanic voters, non-Hispanic Trump 2024 voters, and Hispanic adults, right, across the United States. And what you're seeing, and this is from data from May of 2026, right? So it's fairly recent, I would say, as far as data is concerned, right? And you saw for Hispanic Trump voters right here in 2026. 93 to see the drop to 66% of his voters actually still support him, and of non-Hispanic adults to Hispanic adults on the line chart. We can actually go to this is from February, so this is actually from February to April of 2026, and February from April over here from 2024 voters, right? I can pull up more data too, but this is just a quick one with a nice graph, and I like graphs. I don't have the
screen, sorry, because I can't.
I know, that's why I was truly trying to figure out why you were trying to get me to put it on the screen so bad.
Well, you can just tell me, what was the percentage?
Yeah, it dropped about 30%. Yeah, from 2024.
What is the percentage now? Like 66, 50?
Yeah, it's 66% of people who voted for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, but he only had just barely over 50% anyway. So it's significantly dropped. Yeah.
I mean, based on what I heard online, compared to the results of the election, and even still, it's still not as bad as what we were told on the news. And it's these memes with these white rednecks wearing Trump hats. That is not the people that all voted for Trump. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is based off the polling from CBS, right? And this is
that's over half.
54% of Latino voters plan to vote for a Democratic House candidate in November. 27% plan to vote Republican, with 19% undecided. Right. Okay. So that's based off of
Democrats. Who are the Democrats thinking of running?
This is for 2020. This is for 2026.
Oh, okay. So, but in general, if we got it, Trump's bad. What's the alternative?
Anyone, a goldfish, three-legged corgi.
That didn't work.
Literal Satan. Whoever.
That totally failed.
Technically, if you go by the Bible, Satan has killed less people than Trump.
I don't go by the Bible.
Oh, I'm just I'm an atheist also. I'm just saying, technically Satan has killed less people than Trump. So technically he would be better if he existed, but never mind.
That sounds like we're way like a red herring. Now we're talking.
It's not a red herring. It was just something that, man, please don't try to take this off stage. I mentioned, you said what would be better. I said literally Satan. And then I just had that in my mind. That's all it was.
You don't believe in Satan though.
I don't.
So that's stupid.
Sure, ma'am, if that's what you really need. Okay. What were you saying?
I don't know. We're talking about the Bible.
No, we're not. We're talking about how Latinos do not want to vote for Trump anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can group a whole group of people like that and say all Latinos don't want to vote for Trump anymore.
I didn't say all Latinos. I said the majority of Latinos, right? The polling data shows that people that Latinos that voted for Trump overwhelmingly regret their vote from 2024. Okay.
I mean,
because
Miami
here's what happened. Because here's what happened.
You're going to tell me what happened? You already
No, I'm telling you what the polling data says.
You told them that they were all puppets, and you told them that they were all being used by Trump, and they voted for him anyway.
Yeah, and now they're paying the price.
So you're going to continue down that path?
And now they're paying the price.
Right, and now we're either going to make them
the funny thing is, though, like I said that, and I was the one who was right. That's what I'm saying.
You're always right, aren't you?
No, I'm wrong all the time, actually. But on this case, I was specifically right? And the Latinos are showing that. That's why they're the people that voted for Trump that were Latino. The majority of them are turning around and voting for Democrats in the midterms. And in generic polling for the 2028 election, they would vote for a generic Democrat over a generic Republican, because they're now realizing that everything that Democrats told them would happen is happening, right? You're seeing Latinos that are being, being ripped up out of schools, freaking taken away from their homes. People that aren't even here undocumented, right? People that are here legally, people that came here under legal status. They're being left in detention centers without due process, without being able to talk to their families, without being able to get lawyers. They're seeing how Latino communities are being completely ravaged, not to mention the fact, right, just strictly economically, right? Which is how a lot of people in the United States vote. They vote with their pockets. Donald Trump has raised inflation, raised the unemployment rate, cut the median household income. He's done pretty much nothing to help people economically. So Latinos are seeing their communities ravaged, and they're not getting the payout from it, right? And it's going to continue to get worse. And we're going to see that number continue to drop of Latinos that support Trump. They got duped. It is what it is. You can still come back, and that's okay. Like you can still come. We'll still take you. Like you can come on back. We'll talk to you. We'll help you out. I forgive you and everything. Okay.
As if you're in charge. They can do whatever they want.
I know. Did I say they had to do anything?
Take them back.
Yeah.
What is this, an abusive relationship? Like, people can vote for whoever they want to vote for.
Yes, and they can vote incorrectly and against their best interest. Okay, there is nothing stopping. There is nothing from stopping a black guy from voting for a KKK member for president. Nothing stopping them, and they can do that. But it is that's exactly what the fuck we're talking about. Actually, that is exactly what we're talking about. That is exactly what we're talking about. Actually, that is exactly what we're talking about. That is exactly what we're fucking talking about. Like literally.
Really?
Okay, that is literally what we're talking about. Okay, so what I am saying is, if there's any Latinos out there who realize their mistakes, okay, which again, most of y'all are, all right, and I understand. If there's any Latinos out there that realize their mistakes, come on over, okay? We accept you back, right? We're not trying to, you made a mistake, and we still want your votes, okay? We still want you over on our side. Come back over to the people that actually give a shit about you, all right?
All right, have a great day.
Bye. Sorry, I'm not going to wish her a great day. What? I don't want her to have one. I don't want her to have one. I just don't understand what we were getting to in that conversation. I don't understand what we were getting to that conversation. All the polling data shows that Latinos are running back. Black men are running back. Donald Trump has probably done more harm to any future Republican than anybody else, right? Like legitimately. Like he has done so much harm to like future. All right, you're annoying. To future Republicans, because everybody's like, oh, this is what we get. We just get lied to. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. But that's okay. Sometimes, guys, sometimes in life, sometimes you get exactly what you voted for. All right? Sometimes you get exactly what you voted for. All right? And I think a lot of people in the United States are learning that right now. Sometimes you get exactly what you voted for. You vote for a fucking fraudster, somebody who's been found in court to have committed fraud that many times, and then you get fraud. Okay? You fucking vote in somebody that's that's been adjudicated of sexual assault, and guess what? Guess what you get? Somebody who's trying to fuck you. Anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Shay, so much for clearing the hearts out of my gift gallery. I really, really appreciate that. That is very, very sweet. W's in the chat for Shay for that. That is very, very sweet. We only have 6 more left on this gift gallery, y'all. After Shay cleared that out, we only have 6 left. Let's see if we can clear that thing out. Be like early in this week, because like I said, we're fighting to keep the lights on over here. So I really appreciate y'all supporting the live. It really, really does mean a lot. I was about to have a mental breakdown earlier today. I was like, woo. So that's okay. We're going to get out of this. Okay. Speaking of which, Jody, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. Said, here's to keeping the lights on. I really appreciate that. I am going to use it to specifically keep the lights on. Goodness gracious, I need to keep the lights on. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Tony, thank you so much for the 20 pounds over there. Said, Polly, keep everything moving. Thank you so much. I am trying so hard. Fly, thank you so much for the €5. And VJ, and Anthony, thank you so much for the jewels over there too. I really, really appreciate y'all. That is very, very sweet. And thank y'all so much for helping me try to keep this thing going. Because we're struggling this month. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I love y'all. We're gonna keep fighting. All right. But make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That would really, really mean a lot to me. Yeah, and if you guys like support, like I said, I am trying to keep the lights on over here. So if y'all would help to keep the lights on, keep the podcast coming, keep all that stuff going. I do have super chats, pay links in the bio. Whale diving. I don't know. We're whatever way you like support. I really, really appreciate y'all. All right. Thank you so much. Hello. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How old are you?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. How old are you?
31.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Not really. I don't think I support any president now.
Oh, okay. Well, then is there any reason you called in? Because this was for people that support Trump.
Well, oh, I guess I didn't know. All right, well then, guess never mind. I don't know. You're just attacking one president as if he's a problem, but they all suck before him.
No, he is. He's the actual problem. So, but anyways, have a good one.
Like they all didn't suck before?
No, they didn't. Anyways, they like specifically didn't. That's actually pretty crazy. Like, no, they didn't all suck before. No, some of them were pretty dope, actually. Some of them sucked. Yeah, some of them sucked real bad. Some of them were real bad. No, he was just one of those people that wanted to come up and be like, all the presidents are bad and Donald Trump's just another bad one. It's like, no, he's not. Not only is he not, but you saying that he is really like, it kind of downplays how bad he is. You know what I'm saying? It kind of downplays how bad he is. You can say whatever you want about Clinton, okay? You can say whatever you want about Clinton. He was not a very good husband, but he did balance the budget, okay? Donald Trump's a bad husband and also added $12 trillion to our debt. All right? Just saying. That's all I'm saying. If you had two people that are both bad husbands, then we can at least have one that balances the budget, okay? That's all I'm saying. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Don't you? No? All right. I do. Hello? Hi, how old are you? You have you might. Talk again? You guys can't hear him, and that's crazy. Talk again? All right, now you guys can hear him. Cool. Now can you guys hear him over on YouTube? Sorry, new computer, so I'm kind of getting everything set up today. I apologize. So there might be a few glitches. I apologize. You still there? Hold on, I know what's going on. All right, talk again. Why is it doing that? I know what's wrong. I just gotta see if I can fix it. Yeah, TikTok's audio settings suck. Hello? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, I remember now. Hold on. You gotta go monitoring and output. There we go. Hello? Can you guys hear him now? You guys should be able to hear him now. Oh, goodness. Well, you guys can't hear him now? Oh, well. Well, I guess I'll have to fix that later because I don't know what's going on. But anyways, have a good one. I don't know what's going on now. It's something weird with TikTok guests. I'll have to fix that at the end of the live. I'll fix that on the end of the live. Sorry, y'all. We'll move on to the next person.
What is that?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Thank God.
Awesome. How old are you?
21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Why is that?
Many reasons. I'm going to start with the beginning of a few.
You're gonna start with what?
Come on. I'm going to start with one, yeah. And we'll get to all of them, but it's crazy how he literally helped with the border control. That was nuts.
How he literally helped? Why is that nuts?
Because for so many years, we just had people coming in. Between me and you, we could have a real situation where people are coming in professionally or just barging in. It was not appropriate, and that wall was really amazing.
The wall has done nothing. How did he actually fix border patrol?
With a few different reasons. I'd say the wall is one of them. And ICE listen, it's not specifically
Can
border
we just stay
control.
on Border Patrol? How did he fix Border Patrol? That's the question I'm asking you. Can you just answer that?
The wall did help.
Just the wall? He's built like 20 miles of new wall, dude. What are you talking about? You're talking about his first term where he built like 50? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm saying that at least it got stopped because Biden ended up winning presidency, but at least he had the balls to start doing something, you know? It starts with something. All the presidents who do nothing, it starts with something.
Biden had one of the most comprehensive immigration bills that ever existed on the table.
Bro. Biden couldn't speak English. Come on. Biden couldn't speak English.
Do you know the words? Like, do you know English?
Yeah, I know English fluently.
Okay, because when Biden talked, that was definitely English. Like, it wasn't Spanish, wasn't Russian.
Wait, but
none of those things. It was English.
Did you see? Hold on, I have a serious question. You're answering my question with a question. I have a serious question. Is you see the videos of Biden started mumbling words, barely able to speak, middle of speeches? How can you run a country when I can speak better English than that?
Dude, did you see the one where he was signing that executive order? Like, I think it was like, and he kept saying like cryptography. Did you hear that one?
No, but now that's not answering my question, though.
No, I'm helping you out your thing. Like I'm saying, like when Biden was like on TV and he was just yelling about like cryptography, right? Like because he didn't know like how to speak English correctly, you know?
Okay, but this really shows the most. This point that I'm about to prove. Biden, all the presidents, Trump's the only guy who's actually able to stop wars.
Why aren't you? I'm agreeing with you. Why aren't you responding to what I'm saying? You said that he couldn't speak English, that he's not able to talk, right? And I'm just bringing up an example of that one time when he's couldn't pronounce words in his own executive order. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. I never said I disagree.
Yeah, and you think that that if somebody could do that they wouldn't be fit to run the country, right?
I would say that it is a reasoning, yeah.
Yeah, so like if somebody can't if they can't even understand the things that they're reading in their own executive orders, and that's a big problem. They shouldn't be running the country.
The second order I'm signing directs federal agency to transition to what is. We're going to be investing in American quantum leadership like never before to stay ahead of the pack. We're way ahead right now. We'll keep it that way. The second order I'm signing directs federal agency to transition to what is called quantum cryptography. Do anybody know what that is? You're going to hear very soon, so you're going to find it interesting. Cryptography for their computer, and we're going.
Yeah, just if you can't speak English, like if you don't even know what your own executive orders say, I think that you're not fit to be president. I agree so much.
So you're saying, I want to get it clear before we move on. You think Biden's better than Trump?
Sir, Trump is right now not able to speak English. He can't read. Okay, he's just mumbling words. He can't say cryptography. It's not that hard of a word to say. Cryptography.
Yeah,
he's signing an executive order, and he doesn't even know.
In his bank account.
Can you imagine what all of you
quantum cryptography?
Can you imagine what you guys would have said about Biden? Right? What you guys would have said about Biden if he went to go read his own executive order and mumbled and stumbled his entire way through it and couldn't even speak English. What would you guys have said about Biden? You would have said exactly what you just said. You would have said, oh, he can't. He can't. He's not qualified to be. He's not qualified to be president. He's not doing any of those things, right? But all of a sudden, when it's Trump, you guys somehow find a way to just conveniently ignore everything that he's doing. It's just wild to me how you guys can just conveniently ignore it.
So you don't agree with that. It's okay, fine. We can agree to disagree. I personally am saying that I'm just trying to argue that Trump is a good person, and I support Trump. That's the question.
He's a good person. What makes him a good person?
I think what Trump did with Israel is enough to support him.
What makes him a good person?
I don't care what happened. whatever, good person, not a good person. What he did was
You just said, I think that Donald Trump is a good person. That's what you just said. Do you not know what words are coming out of your own mouth?
I think that he's a good person, yeah.
Okay, what 100%. Makes him a good person?
I think the fact that what he did with Israel is more than enough to make him a good person. It was so significant.
Gotcha. So we're going to ignore the fact that he's been found in court to have sexually assaulted someone.
At the end of it has nothing to do with presidential.
No, you said it makes him a good person. Good person.
Listen, at the end of the day,
has nothing to do with any of the, no, don't at the end of the day.
Nothing was proven.
Shh. Yes,
no gavel was banged guilty. Nothing.
Yeah, literally, he was found by a jury of his peers unanimously to have committed sexual assault. Not to mention the fact that he literally just not to mention. Hey, do you need your boyfriend to jump on? Because hearing you both talk is kind of annoying. Like, do you guys have to get together in order to get like enough brain cells to like have a
at the end of the day, you know, nothing's bad about us together.
You should ask
about being gay. You have something against gays? Is that what I hear? You have something against gays?
Oh, nothing at all. I'm just wondering why you're letting your man talk like that.
Okay, I'll move away. Sorry if it offended you, but okay, fine.
It doesn't offend me, sir. I would actually prefer if you actually talk to him more. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Because all you keep doing is repeating at the end of the day, which is not a very good debate tactic, right? So I figured you could go ask your coach for like better transitions through different parts of the conversation. Because like at the end of the day is like it's like a really bad one. So I'm trying to help you out, sir. If you say that Donald Trump is a good person, then you have to explain to me, all right, how saying that he has sex in common with his daughter makes him a good person.
Okay, fine. So you're saying that he did bad stuff with people that. Okay, so he made mistakes. It happens. But I'm saying what he did with Israel, the state of Israel, makes him a good person.
Okay, and what did he do that makes him a good person? Was it the bombing the Iranian schools, killing the school children, attacking a country unprovoked that had nothing to do with the United States, all that stuff?
A bunch of terrorists. Yeah, a bunch of terrorists.
Terrorist school children?
I have a serious question.
No.
Shh. Was not started.
Shh. I'm muting you until you be quiet.
Okay.
Terrorist school children? Is that what you're claiming, sir?
No.
I said that he sent a Tomahawk missile into a little girl's school, and you said terrorists.
I didn't say that. What I meant
100%
to say is that they're aiming.
Sir, do you not know the own words that are coming out of your own mouth? Because this is the second time I've had to correct you on what you've said. Okay? That what you've said. Okay? I'm not trying to like even make an argument about you. This is literally me just saying the words that you're saying, and for some reason you're having a hard time with them.
I'm sorry that I made a mistake. What I'm trying to say is...
It's not a matter of mistake, sir. I want to know how it's a good thing that Donald Trump sent a missile into a child's school and killed all of them, where he threatened to literally destroy an entire civilization of people, where he threatened to attack crucial water supplies, killing civilians, children, pregnant women, like where he's doing all of these things. Please explain to me how that makes him a good person.
Correct. You asked 5 questions. I'll start with answering the first.
No, that was one question. That was one question. That was one question. That was one question. Nope, I don't care that you're trying to talk because that was one question. So I want to make sure that you can answer it. So because it was one question. Okay. How does all of that combined make him a good person for doing it?
Does what? You got cut off. Yo.
What?
Hello? Ask the question again. You got cut off. You said you had.
Yeah, sir. See, this is my turn. This is when it's my turn to be quiet. See, you've gotten so used to talking while I'm talking that you don't even understand that when I'm done talking is when you're. See, right here, you're doing it again. See, now you're doing it again. See, now you're doing it again. See, now you're doing it again.
I'm trying to get your ass.
This is the time when I'm talking, not your turn to talk. Okay. Cool. How does all of those things that I said? Okay. How does all of that make him a good person for doing that war?
Very simple.
Yes, you are, but I'd still like you to answer the question.
He quote unquote, I'm giving the answer. Every time that he quote unquote bombed those children, bombed those schools, is what you're saying. He didn't aim for the schools. He was trying to bomb terrorist areas, and they would purposely, these terrorists who kill innocent people, would purposely hide by schools just so when we would aim at them, they could say, oh, look, we hit schools, you guys are such bad people. Every time we did that, Trump, Israel, the IDF sent warnings.
The school's been there for a decade. They were GPS guided missiles, so they were aimed directly at them and they hit it twice.
Where exactly the terrorists were. There
was no terrorists there. It was a literal little girls' school.
And they were hiding in schools just so we wouldn't bomb them.
Hey. The Pentagon already came out and said that they did it and they weren't trying to hit terrorists. All right? So your entire rhetoric is dumb. The Pentagon already said that everything you just said is bullshit.
Okay, but that keeps on exiting out what I was trying to say at the beginning. And then
you're not saying anything worth talking about, sir. I asked you how all of those things combined make him a good person for doing this war. You took one of the things and then you spoke incorrectly about it. That's all you did.
But we have to get to the beginning is what I'm trying to say. So let's start at the beginning.
No, I'm good.
Every single war.
I said no.
Yeah, but then you're ignoring the question right now, so you're ignoring it.
You weren't making a question. You were making a manifesto. You weren't making a question. You were making a manifesto. That's why I stopped you. What question did you ask? What question did you ask?
Every single war.
Every single war is not a question.
I was trying to say the question. Every single war that happened with Israel and Iran or any Middle East country that was against Israel who was it started by?
Israel.
How? I want to know right now how. That's not true. That's a lie.
Yeah, cool. Who attacked first? Was it Iran or Israel?
This whole war, which got to Iran. I'm answering the question right now.
No, not this whole war. When in 115, 110 days ago, however long this war started, Iran was sitting there minding their own business. Who attacked who?
Iran, are you joking? Are you joking?
Oh, okay. So you're an actual dumb person. You're an actual dumb person. Okay, gotcha. So let me just clue you in, okay? Nobody was attacking, sir. You're talking about October 7th, which was years ago, and that was Hamas, and that was from Palestine. That wasn't Iran. I'm talking about February 28th, when nobody was attacking anybody, and the U.S., along with Israel, flew over there and boom, attacked Iran. Okay? You don't get to say, oh, well, guess what? Before October 7th, Israel had attacked Iran too. And then before that, Iran had attacked Israel. And before that, Israel had attacked Iran. And before that, Iran had attacked Israel. And before that, some other Middle Eastern country was attacking some other Middle Eastern country. You can't just go like, oh, it always started back all at some point. No, there was no hostilities. The hostilities were started last year by the United States and Israel. Israel and the United States started bombing Iran out of fucking nowhere when Iran attacked Israel attacked an Iranian general, starting up hostilities again. Then the United States bombed Iran's nuclear sites, starting up hostilities again. And then on February 28th, then United States and Israel started bombing Iran, restarting hostilities again. Okay? I'm not saying that Iran is good. They're the world's #1 biggest funder of terrorism. They are horrible people. Okay? They are completely shit. Their leadership is shit. The Ayatollah is shit. The IRGC is shit. They commit human rights violations. Horrible. But don't try to fucking confuse that with they're the ones starting hostilities. We are. Okay? We're the ones doing that. Okay? And here's the worst part about those hostilities. The worst part about those hostilities is that with all of those hostilities, none of what I just said is fixed. None of what I just said got fixed from those hostilities. JD Vance is over in Switzerland groveling to the freaking Iranian government, begging them to freaking not close the Strait of Hormuz and giving them a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of sanction relief so that they can continue to go on committing human rights violations, so that they can continue going on to fund terrorist groups. Donald Trump is releasing $100 billion worth of sanctions plus $300 billion he's facilitating from freaking Gulf Coast countries. Okay, plus releasing all of those sanctions on Iranian oil, which is going to account to $100 million a day. And the Iranian foreign minister came out specifically today on camera and said, if anybody tries to tell us what to do with that money, they can all go fuck themselves. We are going to do whatever the hell we want. If it's build more missiles, if it's rebuild the military, if it's fucking whatever, dude. Like, go fund whatever they want to do with the money, they're going to do with it, and nobody's going to tell them shit about it. So congratulations. If you think Iran is out there funding attacks, congratulations. Donald Trump just funded them to do attacks for the next 2 decades. Congratulations.
You don't have proof.
The proof, it's the literal MOU. It's literally in the MOU that the United States signed.
All those news stations that hate Trump, that are purely there to make him look like a bad guy. Nice.
Donald Trump's administration released the MOU, you ding dong. They released the MOU. They came out on television and told you exactly what was it. They showed the paper. It's signed by the US and Iran. The document says it. This is what happens when you don't read shit. Okay? When you don't read stuff. It's like 14 points. It's like 2 pages. It's literally like 2 pages. All you have to do is pick it up and read it. Okay? And you can read the MOU and it says all the stuff I just said. And you're like, oh, the liberal media. It's not the liberal, it's the paper that they released.
You gotta understand, which I tried telling you.
No, you have to understand the English language. Go read what the United States just signed up for.
Why are you cutting me off? You gotta understand that when a robber runs into a bank and steals a whole entire
oh my god, now he's fucking
money,
Confucius.
Why did he do it? You think he just did it because he was bored one day? No, it comes from a beginning place where things all started, where things went south. So I'm trying to explain to you, when Israel and Iran, it all started, it was started by Iran at the beginning. And it keeps on going. And okay, maybe they have 2-3 months of a break, but it keeps on going.
Sure, you said that you support Donald Trump's actions in Israel. I just explained to you how his actions in Israel not only did not stop any of the problems that you're talking about, but furthermore, it helped to enable them.
Bro, he made peace in the Middle East.
Made peace in the Middle East, my ass.
Are you anti-Semitic?
No, I'm anti-stupid. Which is making me very allergic to you right now. All right?
I have an EpiPen.
It's shocking. You should never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
It's hard for me to convince people to be right.
I'm not even gonna say what I was getting ready to just say. You know what? I'm gonna accept Satan into my heart and bring peace to myself, because I'm not gonna say where you could shove that EpiPen. All right, I'm not gonna say it, but I am going to get off the phone with you. Okay.
Control yourself for that. I have a question. How many Arab countries are there, and how many Jewish countries are there? How many? One Jewish country that is shared with Arabs. Keep in mind, half of Israel is Arabic. And you have 6.
Bro, are you just like some paid Israeli bot? Is that all you are?
No, not at all. You're doing it. Like
so you're doing it for free?
In front of a laptop every day.
So you're doing it for free?
I'm doing it for free. I'm doing whatever I want, just like you.
Yeah, just be clear. Just be clear. I just couldn't figure out whether you were a paid Israeli bot or you were doing this for free. I just couldn't tell. Just to be clear, okay? Bro. I've just explained this to you like very, very in depth, and now you're just going off on some other shit, okay? You wanna go love Israel? Go for it, dude. I'm gonna love America, okay? You wanna go love Israel? Then have fun. Do it. I don't care. It doesn't. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You don't love America. You love Israel, okay? So if you want to go love Israel instead of loving America, go for it. Okay? But I couldn't give a shit. All right? I'm here for what's best for the United States. And honestly, what the deal that Donald Trump just signed with Iran isn't even best for Israel either. That's the sad part. The sad part is that the deal that Donald Trump signed isn't even fucking good for Israel. It still fails Israel. Okay? It is literally going to make Iran more powerful in the region than they were before. So it's not even good for them. All right?
Bro, the Democrats are the ones who wire them tons of money.
You're wrong. Continue talking. You're wrong.
See, even your little debate coach is saying you're wrong.
He's talking to you.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Continue talking. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Why don't you come up here and do it? Your little buddy over here, your little butt buddy ain't doing too great. Why don't you come up here? He needs some help. Maybe you can tag him in. Okay. Maybe you can tag him in. Okay.
I tagged him in. He's in. Why do you support Trump?
Why do you
support Trump? Tell him.
Donald J. Trump, best president America ever has.
Under which metric?
My metric.
Your metric. What's your metric?
God.
He believes in God. He trusts God. That's a real.
Let me tell you something. Joe Biden's the worst president America ever had.
You know Donald Trump says he's not a Christian, right?
It's a fact. I'm not here to shoot. You're right. I'm gonna tell you some facts.
Hey,
Shut up. Biden sucks.
I was really just curious, like, why he was doing so bad at the debate, and I was wondering if his little debate coach was gonna like be helpful. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering if maybe you were a little smarter and he just wasn't portraying. But then I just realized that the last guy was actually the smarter of the two. That's crazy. Like the other one was the smart friend. That's depressing. That's depressing. But anyways,
when he spoke in that debate,
I'm gonna show up at your house and drink all your Capri Suns, okay?
Bro, I'm not letting you in.
Yeah, your mom will. Anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate y'all. Shay, thank you so much for the whale diving. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Shay for that whale diving. How many are we? Dude, we might be down to almost nothing in this gift gallery. Let's clear this thing out on a Tuesday. Joe, thank you so much for the $6 over on Venmo. Says really scraping the bottom of the barrel of MAGA today. Holy smokes. They're mostly the bottom of the barrel, just to be completely honest with you. I love that whale diving just because the sound it makes going through the thing. I really do. I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. Yeah, I think they're all pretty much bottom of the barrel at this point. I don't know if there's a top of the barrel, to be completely honest with you. If y'all would like to support the live, I do have super chats. I do have pay links in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. If you'd like to support, I do have clearing out gift gallery and live gift goals over here. And I do have super chats. I really appreciate that. Like I said, y'all, I am trying to keep the lights on this month. This has been one of the lowest months I've had in like a year. And I am trying to keep the lights on in this live this month. So if y'all can support, I really appreciate that. We're going to be kind of running real fast for the last, 7 days of this month to try to play a little catch up. But if you could support, I really, really appreciate it. It would mean a whole lot to me. And in whichever form that is, whether that's pay links, whether that's super chats or gifting over on YouTube or gifts on TikTok, whichever way it is, whichever way you can support, it really, 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 really would mean a lot to me this month. We are on the struggle bus. We're paying for the podcast through July. We're trying to pay through August. Jen, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, I got an African net sponge and you were right. That shit is amazing. Dude, I love mine. I love mine so much. I do. I really do. I love mine so much. It's so great. I'm glad you got it and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really, I am. Santa Cruz, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Said, keep your lights on and keep educating the uneducated Polly. Thank you so much, Santa Cruz. I really, really appreciate that. Means so much. Like, truthfully, that means so much. I really, really, I'm trying my best. I really am. Ari knows. We're on thin margins right now. We're on thin margins. Woo! Hoping it pays off in the long run. I really am. Scott says Trump can't even plunge my sheet plug. I don't even know what that means, but thanks, Scott. Galactic and VJ, thank you so much for the stars. And Moreno, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So the only difference between the movie Idiocracy versus MAGA is that President Camacho is not a PDF file. Motherfucker. That's super cool. Whoever sent that. That's super cool. Tor, thank you so much for the pink cowboy hat. That was super dope. Thank you so much. I would 110% take President Camacho over the current president. Like if I could pick one and I had to pick between President Camacho and the current president, I'm taking President Camacho 100% of the time. 100% of the time. No questions asked. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Oh, it's me, man. Hey, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, great. I didn't know I was online.
Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 47 now.
All right, awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Well, yeah.
And why is that?
Well, because he's supporting all the immigrants.
No, he's not.
Well, have you seen what's going on in Europe right now?
Yeah, don't know. Is Donald Trump deporting immigrants in Europe?
No, he's letting in these Muslims that are raping everybody.
That is not true.
It's 100% true.
Nope. I've already seen the stat that you guys try to pull on that, and all the police data it says the exact opposite. Yeah. It actually says that just like in the United States, the primary people that commit sexual assault and crimes against children in the United States are white men. Yeah.
So you're like one of those racist people, right?
There's nothing racist about the data. Data can't be racist.
No, the data's wrong.
No, the data is not wrong.
Well, your data's wrong.
No, the data from the police force in places like the UK specifically shows that I'm not wrong.
So you're telling me that there's no people raping white women in Europe?
Yes, I'm just saying they're white men.
So you're actually the racist.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you know what the data actually says, like, about sexual assault, like who you're like most likely to be sexually assaulted by, and this is regardless of which country you live in or anything else like that?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Muslim people.
Wrong. It's the people that you're closely associated around, right? It's the people that you're near. Crimes are committed based off the people that you're around, right? So if you are white, right, there are crimes that are more likely to be committed by somebody you know or somebody in your recent vicinity, right? Somebody that I'm not saying close to, right, but that you're familiar with, right? And so if you're white and you live in white areas, which most white people do, then you are much more likely to be sexually assaulted by somebody who is white, right? And considering men, specifically straight men, commit the majority of sexual assaults, again, regardless of which country you're in, right? You are much more likely to be sexually assaulted by a white man if you are white than in any other place, right? Now, granted, that's also how it works for pretty much no matter which race you're in, right?
Well, no, I'm actually a Muslim, bro.
I don't give a shit whether you're a Muslim or not. What does that have to do with what I just said?
Because Muslims are raping white women.
All right, stop it. I'm kicking you off. You're fucking stupid, okay?
It's true, though, right?
Yes, it is very true that you are a complete fucking moron.
No, but
shut the fuck up. Anyways, yes, it is 100% true that you are a complete fucking moron. Jesus Christ. Idiots, bro. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next person. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I just turned 18 on June 19th, 2005.
I don't believe you. Also, 2005 wouldn't make you 18. That also, your math is horrible. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
31.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Of course.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he's going to be our first woman president. He's going to trans over and he's going to be the first one. Wouldn't that be epic?
I couldn't really care.
You could care. Come on, man. After Kamala and Hillary?
Bro, I just want him to fucking stop starting wars and to fucking stop making our inflation go up. I really couldn't care about his gender.
What are you talking about? It's all about race with you guys. You talk about race all day. You were saying the past 6 months how the reason why Donald Trump was voted was because he was going up against women. And that's all you talk about. And the country is all misogynistic.
Yeah, woman isn't a race. Do you know that?
Okay, here we go. But it falls into the same category of what I'm saying. Don't get detailed on me like that. The bottom line is
that is not even close in the category of what you're saying.
Women.
That is not even close to the category of what you're saying. Yeah, no, that would.
Okay, that's what you feel. Okay,
women would be a
Trump will be a woman, and he'll be the first woman president, and the place and the country will go nuts.
Would you feel better about your like little closeted thoughts if you became a woman?
All right, have a good day. Nice talking to you, Christopher.
Can't say it's like, back or whatever. Anyways, wow. Dude, bro, fuck it. If transitioning makes him a better president, I'm all for it. Like, I am all for it. If that's what he's got to do, all right. If that's what he's got to do, then I'm all for it. Yeah, if that's what he's going to do, I am all the way for it. Yeah, he said Christopher as if that was like going to be a problem for me or something. It's like, bro, like it's literally listed on my page. It's literally listed on my page. You're not getting me there. Interesting. Sorry, I was trying to see if I get the TikTok guest thing to work, which it seems to be working now. I assumed you guys could have heard me say that. Seems to be working now. Actually, we gotta try it across. Well, no, we won't right now. But anyways, yeah, he thought he got me. Like, dude, oh shoot, that's a little bit why is that a little fuzzy? Does that look a little fuzzy to y'all? Why'd that get fuzzy? Hold on. Why'd that get all fuzzy? It just went a little fuzzy. I don't know. There we go. Now I look better. Sorry. There you go. That's better. Guys, I'm freaking. I launched a video today, and to me the video was like a little bit fuzzy, and everybody was like really enjoying the video, and I'm like, man, I feel like I look like crap on here. I'm like super like I'm super crazy about that type of stuff. It's really weird. Tim, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said Trump looks like Humpty Dumpty. I think that's kind of rude against Humpty Dumpty. I think that's kind of rude against Humpty Dumpty, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I wouldn't say something so mean about Humpty Dumpty, to be completely honest with you. Y'all, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The new episode of the podcast from last Friday is out. It is up on Spotify, on Apple, on all of the things. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button on that, leaving comments. I really got to get into my Spotify comments actually today. Shoot, I was supposed to do that yesterday. I'll do it tonight. But make sure you guys are jumping in the comments and you're or they are leaving ratings, all that sort of stuff. But most importantly, listening to the whole podcast. We are down from like 22 views or listens on Spotify last week. We are down to like 22. We're down like 100 views, I think. Yeah, we had 127 the week before and 22 on Spotify this week. Maybe y'all just didn't like this episode. And if you just didn't like this episode, then that's fine, I guess. But make sure you guys go watch the next one. We got another one coming up in not too long. So yeah, we're down about 27. Where do you advertise it? Dude, I just started it. I'm only 3 episodes in. I haven't started advertising. I advertise it here with y'all, where I get on here and beg y'all to watch it. So I need to start paying for advertisement too. I guess maybe that's not a bad idea, honestly. It's really not the worst idea I've ever heard of my life. Like maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, I know it'll go up and down, but hey, I can still come beg, okay? I can still come beg. You need to join up with other YouTubers and advertise each other. I don't know other YouTubers. Yeah, I don't know other YouTubers. I do have clips, and I have posted some of the clips. I actually haven't posted any of the clips from last week. Maybe that's one of the problems. So maybe that's one of the issues. Possibly. Maybe. Actually, maybe I'll do that when I get offline. I'll post some clips. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, that's interesting.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I am 19.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Speaking?
Said, what's on your mind?
So, I'm from Sweden. I am moving to the United States in about 2 weeks. I was just wondering, like, who I should steer for politically and how to go about that.
You should probably stay in Sweden.
Okay, well, I do unfortunately have to move there for reasons I won't discuss, but it has to happen.
Oh, well. How old did you say you were?
Get some insight. I am 19.
Oh, can I go to Sweden and you stay here?
Well, I guess. But I'm just trying to get some insight on that.
Literally everything that you're going to be able to even support here is right of what your guys' political systems are. So, vote Democrat and hope for the best, but you're probably going to be disappointed by them also.
Okay, thank you for your
just being honest with you. If you must come, I think you feel like you're just going to be real disappointed. We're kind of failing this country right now.
Yeah, I've heard y'all are in a pretty bad nutshell right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I good luck. You're 19 too. Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
I hope whatever you're moving for is like a really good job.
Yeah, it is. And also
Okay,
I have a long distance relationship with my husband, and he is actually in the United States with our child right now. So that is also another reason that I'm moving.
God, I understand. I completely understand. Trying to be with the kid. Totally get that. If you could find a way to do that the opposite though, like what state, by the way?
I'm planning to move to North Carolina.
Which part of North Carolina?
It's going to be the coast. It is going to be Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington? I don't know much about Wilmington.
It's
I know
a
Charlotte and
small,
Raleigh.
coastal town.
Yeah, I don't think Wilmington's a good one. I'm pretty sure.
I think I have been there multiple times, and it's honestly it's great as long as I can see.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, your husband's in the Marine Corps.
No, he's not.
Military of some sort.
No, he is not.
Why in the fuck is he going? Why the fuck is he in Wilmington then? What other reason there is there to be in Wilmington?
He also got a high-paying job as long with me, but I'm just a little bit late behind because I'm not as fortunate as him, and money-wise. So I'm just a bit.
You'll be fine. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. You'll be fine. But yeah, politically, like I said, everything is gonna be. The furthest left party we have here is far right of what you're gonna be used to in Sweden, right? Like. So politically, it's going to be mostly Democratic stuff. But like I said, it's going to be pretty red. And you're moving to a pretty red spot. Like, well, sorry, I forget. In Europe, it's the other way around. Pretty conservative part of a pretty conservative state in a pretty conservative political environment.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the opposite. I forgot. Red is actually left in Europe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, we're the other way around. We're the other way around. So my bad. But yeah, no, that's about it, man. I don't know. I can't really give you too much advice. Like it's just yeah, it is what it is at this point, I think.
Yeah, because I've been looking for some people to give me advice, but I haven't actually got like a staple person that has a lot of knowledge on the subject. So I just decided give you a call to see what you were thinking and
well, I really
go about that.
I really don't like guiding people's like direct, like if you're a fresh slate, I really don't like guiding too much of your
you're
too much of your views. I would
opinion.
say like the best way to do it is to just hang out, watch the show, get all the information that you can, and then make your own decision. You're 19, you're pretty smart. You'll figure it out on your own. It's a lot better if you figure it out on your own than I tell you, right?
Yeah, I was just kind of seeing what other people think and kind of comparing them so I can make like a really good decision of how to choose what I'm going to probably do for life.
Yeah, sure. So personally, me, as far as politically, I believe that people should have, health care and not go into bankruptcy for it, and that education should be affordable, and that we shouldn't be locking people in detention centers without due process and without food. Certain things like that 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 the right doesn't believe in, that the Republicans don't believe in, so things like if you believe in things like human rights and, stuff like that, then I would definitely steer more to the left, personally, but yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing all those like ICE immigration raids, letting people on the ground, and that's just really unfortunate of how those people get treated.
I agree. And they're getting treated even worse once they get to their detention center. So, yeah, definitely. But all right, well, yeah, like I said, pay attention, enjoy your move. I've moved cross continents to different continents before. I know how rough it could be. So, enjoy your move and hit the follow button, and we'll maybe we'll get you on in like 6 months once you get here and see see what you made your mind up with. All right.
I got you.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye. All right. You too. Thank you.
God, that'd be crazy to move from someplace like Sweden to like the United States. Like right now. Like, oh my goodness. That'd be rough. What, Biden country, Delaware? No, Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, not Biden territory. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's. I mean, it could be worse than North Carolina. I was just hoping they're gonna say like I was hoping they were gonna say you said Charlotte or Raleigh or something like that. Like there's certain places in North Carolina that aren't bad, but yeah, no, I've never been to Sweden. I have been to quite a few places. I've never been to Sweden. So I've been to quite a few places. I've never been to Sweden. Unfortunately, I'd love to go. I'd love to go. Yeah, the furthest north I've been is I guess would it be Belgium or would it be I guess Ireland is technically north of that, right? Belgium's close. Belgium's a lot more east, so it's like closer that way. No, I did go to Estonia. That's kind of like going the other way. I can't remember which one's more north, Estonia or Latvia. I was up there someplace. Yeah, I can't remember which one is more. Is it Latvia that's more north? Latvia is like, I've been to Amsterdam. Latvia is wild. Estonia is wild too. I went to Estonia and like I was in like a spa type of thing, and everyone there looked like they were a Russian gangster. Everyone there looked like they were a Russian gangster. Like it was pretty wild. Like it was it was pretty wild. I was like, man. But it was cool. Like it was a cool spot. Like I didn't mind it. It was crazy. Like anyways. Everyone there. Driz, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Scott, thank you so much for the 5. Said Trump gets a Woody when thinking about trans, which is all the time. He's Jesus Christ. I don't think Trump can get it. I don't think that thing works anymore. I don't think it works anymore. Big dog. I really don't. Soul, thank you so much for the soccer trophy. And Scott, thank you so much for the $2. Said USA is starting to smell like an outhouse. Starting to. I think we made it. think we made it. Yeah, no, Latvia was very pretty. It was just like, there's a lot of like old like Soviet monuments and shit that are still up, which I thought was pretty crazy. Yeah, y'all hit that like button no matter where you're at. Hit that thumbs up, tap the like screen or whatever. So, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think it does that anymore. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Hold on. I'm kind of getting like. Give me 1 second. I'm getting like an echo. Sorry.
You're good.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I don't. But I would like to discuss with you. I think that it's sort of a bipartisan destruction of America.
Yeah, that's like ignoring the main problem to try to look for a secondary problem, right? You're looking at Donald Trump that's literally defrauding the American people, that is setting us back decades from like things from voting rights to civil rights to, I mean, freaking the law in general, right? And you're looking at that and going, well, it's kind of like when people would say like all lives matter. That's pretty much what you're doing, Like it's not all, it's not everybody. It is currently Trump and his administration.
Right, but the ideology and the reason people even voted for somebody like Trump is the failings of the managerial liberal politics of the failings of the left over the last 30 years.
Incorrect. They voted for Donald Trump the first time because Obama's black.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, Trump? No. Me? You talking about me?
I didn't say you. I just said Americans as a whole, right?
Oh. No,
yeah, Americans as a whole.
Argue...
Donald Trump was a direct response to Obama being black on his first term, right? And let's also be very clear that Donald Trump only has ever beaten the two women that have ran on major political platforms, right? And the one time he ran against a man, which was Biden, right? He lost, right? Even though, according to those same, the same people that voted for Donald Trump said that Biden was completely incompetent, wasn't even capable of being president, yet they preferred him over Donald Trump, right? So,
well, I would, so that's sort of my point. Biden, people were so angry about things like the border that they wanted, they saw no other, even though I guess Kamala kind of hardened her stance towards the election about the border, but, or like, I mean, even like Obama, right? I mean, look, I mean, was he really like that left leaning? I mean, Guantanamo Bay, the amount of munitions he dropped on other countries, and like I mean, it's all the same in a lot of ways.
First of all, Kamala Harris's entire border policy was just trying to pass the bill under the Biden administration that Donald Trump had blocked. So if you think that's hardening, then that's the same policy that Biden had. Okay. Second of all, you do realize that the amount of drone strikes that Obama did in his entire 8 years doesn't account to what Donald Trump did in just his first term, right? I don't even think it made it past the first year of Donald Trump's first term. He had more drone strikes than Obama did in all 8 years.
Yeah, well, yeah, but how prolific were drones in 2008?
How prolific were they in 2014?
Well, not as prolific as they were in 2018, for instance.
Yeah, they were pretty prolific all the way through there, by the way, just to be very clear. But Donald Trump was much higher than that. But like the border thing is always an interesting one to me. Like, yeah, there was a high influx of people showing up at the border. Very high influx, and not enough border patrol to handle them. And so your response to that is to take the person who blocked the border bill that would have fixed that and put him in presidency to fix it. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
what you're really telling me, sir, by saying that, and again, this isn't even an attack on you, but you're saying Americans were so tired of the immigration thing. No, it means Americans either A, didn't know what was going on, or B, like are easily manipulated. Because the reason why they cared so much about the border is because Donald Trump told them to care so much about the border. That's it. That's why you had people in central Pennsylvania saying that the southern border was their number one issue going on in life. Not their economy, not national security, not foreign wars, not government spending, nothing. You had people that were nowhere near the southern border saying that the southern border was their number one issue, right? And that's because they were told it was supposed to be their number one issue. It wasn't the actual number one issue. It was just what they were manipulated into thinking about.
Well, first of all, what are you saying? How did Trump block a bill by Biden? Like, what are you saying exactly?
Yeah, there was a bipartisan piece of legislation. It would have been the most comprehensive piece of border legislation that we've had in 50 years. Okay, it was called the Lankford bill. It was primarily headed. It was a tripartisan bill actually, but it was actually headed by Senator Lankford, who is a Republican, who is a very, very big conservative. Okay, actually, I think at the time when it was written, he was like the third most conservative senator in the entire Senate. Right? They had this entire bill written. It had 98% support in the Senate. And then Donald Trump found out it was going to pass, found out about the bill, and literally called down to the Senate and told them not to pass the bill, because if they did, then Biden would have fixed the border, and he didn't want Biden to fix the border because then he couldn't run on the border being bad. And so they just didn't fix it. They literally dropped a bill written primarily by an Oklahoma Republican senator.
You're telling me that while Donald Trump wasn't president, he carried that kind of influence over the Republican Party to just call and say, do not approve this bill?
Sure did. It was the Republicans that went on television on Fox News and said he did it. So,
I mean, if I look this up right now, this is what I mean. This is not conspiracy.
Yes.
This is not conjecture. This
Senator
is like
Lankford went on Fox News on an interview and said,
I don't care what Fox News said.
It's not what Fox News said, sir. It's the conservative senator who wrote it. He's the one who said that this is on Donald Trump. He was playing politics and he had to stop this bill. He said that on Fox News. It's not a matter of Fox News saying it. He said it. I think there was 2 other Republican senators that came out and said the exact same thing. Right? They specifically said that that Donald Trump had them stop this bill for whatever reason. It went from having 98% support. I'm sorry?
What did just out of curiosity, what did the bill entail?
Everything from more border patrol to more border wall to more, judges and courts in order to process people faster so we didn't have a backed up system, to restrictions on asylum seeking, to automatic border shutdown, limits, which would have shut down the border immediately. More technology at the border, more for things like drones and things like, things that are on the wall, more cameras, more ability to patrol them. Literally everything you could ever dream of, honestly. Like, if you can think of it, it was in that bill.
Fair enough. And by the way, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I just think that, I think the 2-party binary political structure is the real problem.
That is a problem. I don't disagree with you. That is a problem. Okay? That is a problem. Okay? It's not the current problem. Okay? Like literally, it's like saying like worrying about, how you have a leaky faucet when your house is on fire. Okay? Like, yes, it is a problem. We need to fix that problem. We should have more parties. I think we should go to like ranked choice voting, or even more so go to something like a parliamentary system, right? I think that this bipartisan system that we're in the United States is a big, big problem. But the problem right now is that Donald Trump is overturning things like from the Voting Rights Act, right? Trying to bypass places of the Constitution, right? Committing blatant crimes in front of us, like right to our faces, and getting away with it, right? He's literally making us the laughing stock of the entire world, right? Of the entire world. We look like complete idiots right now. We're gonna be like saddled with the problems from this administration. Like, my grandkids are still going to be dealing with the problems that Donald Trump is creating right now in the last year and a half.
That's hyperbole. That's hyperbole. We have
That's not hyperbole. That's not
tanks,
hyperbole. That is not even close to hyperbole. If you just look at the natural gas prices that are going to be going up due to the bombings in places like Qatar that happened in Iran due to Donald Trump's attack on Iran, it is literally going to take decades for that to recover. I have a daughter in high school. It is definitely possible that literally those natural gas prices are still affected then. It is like literally the overturning of certain parts of the Voting Rights Act. These Supreme Court justices that are in there and the Trump administration that's suing them, these Supreme Court justices that are ruling on this are my age. They're not going to die for 40 years. I'll be a great grandfather before they're out of, before the majority has turned around to a point where we can get those things from like the Voting Rights Act back. It's not hyperbole at all.
What exactly? Well, I'm not arguing that stuff in the Supreme Court is good. I think that the world changes a lot. You can't predict tomorrow or what the next president's going to do. And arguing, no matter what the strikes are, whatever, things can be repaired fast. I'm just saying it's hyperbole to say like things like gas prices are going to be affected for 50 years.
Natural gas prices, sir. I didn't say 50 years, but I said decades, and that's not hyperbole. Sir, these natural gas facilities are few and far between. Okay, they're not a whole bunch of them. All right? And they have been completely wiped out and destroyed. It takes literal like a decade to rebuild one of them, if not maybe a little bit less, but until they're up to completely functional, literally a decade. Okay? Iran's bombing
There'll be some political solution.
Okay?
It's not going to affect the prices. It's just not.
Political solution a building back together.
You can't political solution. You're making it sound like it's going to affect people that for the next 10 years.
It is.
Every winter, there's going to be huge problems with natural gas. That's not going to happen.
I didn't say that. I said we are going to be at a shortage of natural gas less than we were before this, and those prices are going to be affected for the next decade. That's not some like poly freaking, like I'm making this up. These are literally what natural gas experts from all across different fields from all across the world are saying. Okay, this isn't
right,
me.
But it's
These
not,
are all professionals.
But you're presenting it like it's a doomsday scenario.
No, I'm not. You're taking it as that way. I'm
saying
you're
saying that Trump is ruining our country for the next 20, like ruining it. Whereas we can't have a president come around and change it. And like we live in a very short memory society.
A short memory, but just because you have a short memory of what happens doesn't mean that it isn't still affected. We're still affected to this day of gas prices from the OPEC Plus deal that Donald Trump signed in his first term before COVID. Right? That OPEC Plus deal.
What has that done exactly?
The OPEC Plus deal limited the amount of oil that was being produced across the world by upwards of 10 million barrels a day. Right? Which is why you had such high gas prices under the Biden administration after the release of COVID, right? So that was a signed deal that was done, right? It was just done. Biden couldn't do anything about it, right? He went to renegotiate, and they were like, we already signed a deal with the last guy. Why would we renegotiate the deal? We're making bank right now, right?
Wait, but before Iran, gas prices weren't that bad. I mean, they were compared. I'd love to know
since before COVID. During COVID?
Where I live, gas was like $2.80 a gallon. And before COVID, it was maybe $2.40.
During COVID, gas prices were at a record low.
Right. Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying it hasn't astronomically changed the gas prices.
We're still being affected by it. Okay, we're still being affected by it. See, and that's the thing. You think if it's not like doomsday that it doesn't have an effect on things, right? All of those years. Hold on. No, sir, please stop telling me how I'm presenting things. Okay?
Fair enough. Okay, I apologize.
I appreciate that. What I'm saying is that those gas prices then affected inflation. Okay, because gas prices affect inflation. And then prices rise because of it. Right? And when prices rise, prices don't just fall because gas prices go down, because the price of things is determined by the market. So the OPEC Plus deal raised gas prices, which raised consumer prices, right, along with Donald Trump's trade war from his first term and his second term, raised prices. And then when those gas prices go down, those prices of consumer goods don't go down with it. All right. So people are, and so like right now, people are struggling to buy stuff, right? Like it is a rough economy right now for people to be able to buy stuff, right? The dollar's not going as far as it was. Okay. What I'm saying is all of these different things add up, right? All of them add up. And then down the road, you have an effect. I mean, the reason, the reason why we have, hell, the money in politics right now, like the fact that lobbyists control our entire system, was because of decisions made by presidents 35 years ago.
I thought
you
it
know
was
what
the
I'm
Supreme
saying?
Court that
The entire like Citizens United, like this is like all like Reagan stuff, so like 80s stuff, decisions that were being made by presidents in like the 80s are affecting us now. They're affecting the way that policy is being made. They're affecting the way that our economy works, right? Like this whole like idea of trickle down economics that have given giant tax breaks to billionaires and now trillionaires. That all started 35 years ago, and it's still having an effect on what is going on now. This was before I was born. I'm almost 40, right? So that's what I'm saying,
right.
sir.
I
It's
mean,
like
if you,
the political situation that you're complaining about, this like this super partisanship, that happened a long time ago. The lobbying, that happened a long time ago. The money in politics, that happened a long time ago, right? And we're still seeing the effects of it now. So I don't know why like you would think that if we're still living under the effects of policies that were created in the 80s, why the policies that are going to be created now wouldn't affect us 40 years from now.
well, I guess, like you said, maybe I'm so used to hyperbole from people talking about Trump that I misinterpreted the way you were presenting it. Because that is sort of what I'm tired of the hyperbole from both sides. And well, could you point to like clear policies that Biden implemented that you absolutely think unequivocally helped the United States? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, the Chips and Sciences Act is the first one that comes to mind. That's not even a question. But I could name a couple more.
I'm sorry.
I said the Chips and Sciences Act is the one that comes directly to my mind right off the bat. But I can name a couple other ones if you need.
Well, what did that do?
The Chips and Science Act isolated us from semiconductors from Taiwan and Southeast Asia. Yeah. So what it did was it incentivized chip manufacturers to move from like places like Taiwan into the United States, so like NVIDIA, TSMC, right? They moved here. We gave them huge tax breaks and stuff to move their production here, which isolated us. So like the next time that there's a COVID, or like if we end up going into like World War III, which seems more and more likely every single day, right? If that ever ended up happening, we're not completely reliant on getting chips from Southeast Asia. So we can still build our missiles, we can still build our computers, we can still build our cars with chips that are made here. Right? Not to mention it created hundreds and hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs that you only need a high school diploma for, and they make like six figures. But anyways.
But why is it but aren't we always complaining about billion-dollar companies getting tax breaks and tax incentives?
I have no problem with getting tax breaks and tax incentives if it's targeted.
So you're okay with like protectionist policies?
Depending on the protectionist policy, yeah. If it is a source if it is a thing that is a necessity for national security, right, for the United States, and chips are, right, then yeah, we have to do whatever we have to do to make sure that stays here and not someplace else. 100%. Right. Now, if you're talking about just like big giant like bank, if you're talking about bank bailouts, then I'm like, no, I'm not.
What about industries like steel, though?
Yeah, so I think that we should protect steel. I think that it is important that we have steel manufacturing in the United States. Yeah, 100%, right? I mean, as soon as the Trump administration came in, we sold off U.S. steel to Nippon Steel, right, in Japan. But I think the agreement did say that they were going to stay here with the manufacturing here. But yeah, I think that we need to do whatever we have to do to make sure that we have a certain level of steel that is created in the United States. I think that is a necessity, again, in case for some reason we became isolated.
I guess the sad fact is like we as Americans and people in the developed world, we want comfortability so much that it's a catch-22. If we want to have good paying jobs here, your iPhone's going to cost $7,000. Or
we have good paying jobs here. We have a ton of good paying jobs here. See, I don't need my iPhone created here. That's what I'm saying. I don't need my iPhone created here. That's not necessary.
I'm talking about making things.
Yeah, my iPhone can be made wherever, China, fucking what, you name it. I don't really care. Like that can be made someplace else. Okay, my iPhone is more of a, well, maybe it's more of a hazard to me than it is anything else, but it's not a necessity for national security that my iPhone is made here, right? Like we can figure out phone and communications, right?
No, I'm just speaking in general, not in terms of like national. I'm just saying it's a shame that, you know, like people always complain that we don't make anything, but that's because if we wanted to make things here, nobody could afford them. So we have to go to countries like, it's like this big, you know, downward spiral that we can't get out of if we want our comfortability.
I don't give a shit really here if most things are made here. I think that most consumer goods should be made someplace else. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. People complaining about being 3% of Americans only make things now. That's, you know, it's because we want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. All the people that always talk about how they want to bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States are the same people that don't want to actually work in manufacturing, right? Because those jobs exist if they really want them. There are manufacturing jobs. Well, actually, unfortunately, since Donald Trump has become president again, we actually have seeded hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs, which has been rough. But there are manufacturing jobs in the United States. They do exist. I just believe that we should be able to do things, that make things in the United States that have a certain level of quality, that have a certain level of want and need for the United States. I just don't think we should make everything, right? I don't really care if I can, like, I much prefer to be able to go to to H&M and be able to purchase some cheap $4 shirt for whatever, because I just want to throw it on, right? Like, I prefer that. I don't need every shirt I make to be American made, right? Like, I don't think that's important to me. That's not something that's important to me. I do prefer the comfortability of the United States. I think that we are comfortable, and I think that's a good thing, right? I think that it's nice that we can be in a position where we're allowed to be comfortable, that we don't have to be in a spot where people have to like slave in the coal mines or whatever, end up with black lung, or die building the Hoover Dam, or stuff like that, like where we can live in a country that's not like that. Because there's a lot of countries on the planet that aren't like that. There's a lot of countries where they're still suffering.
Yeah, and the reason we can have that $3 H&M shirt is because people are halfway around the world suffer, and nobody wants to admit that.
Well, that's not always true, though.
In our electronics,
that's not always true.
Dug out of African mine.
That's not, well, there is some parts that come from bad part, but that's not always true, right? There is a lot of things that we get from consumer goods just because that's because they live in places that are just cheaper, right? Like, there's certain things that like we can outsource to just places that are cheaper. Now, fashion is a little bit of a different one. There are some the sweatshops and stuff in Asia, which I definitely am not okay with, right? I think that's super bad. And we even have like slavery in certain areas, like the Uyghur region of China, right? Horrible stuff. But what I'm saying is like, I was just making a general example of like an H&M shirt, right? Like, I'm just saying, hey, it's okay that we get consumer goods to a certain part, like at a cheap from other countries, but there's also certain things that we need to make here. And I just think that we need to make the difference, but what I have a bigger problem with is things like just artificially increasing prices for no reason, which we did through trade wars, that we've done through Iran war, that we've done through stuff like that,
Well, is it artificial, or, I mean, is it like to combat like, inflation or whatever, right? There's no such thing as is there such a thing as artificial price rising for no reason?
Yeah, so there is a big difference. You can, like, the housing market has been through like a large artificial inflation created by large corporations, right? But that's a whole different thing, right? This inflation is caused specifically by just choice, right? It's just specifically, hey, we want to pick on China, so China picks on us, so our prices go up, or we want to start war with Iran that we don't need to start. Okay, now all of our prices go up, right? Like, these are things that can be easily avoidable. COVID was a thing that raised all of our prices, right? There wasn't much we could do about that one, but it happened, but then there's the general inflation that just continues to go also, right? So like every year, we adjust for just a cost of living inflation. That's just a natural inflation that happens over time, right?
And by the way, yeah. I think Obama was a phenomenal president. I think he was left with a big mess with the, with the 07 crash, 08 crash, and he navigated it pretty well. But I guess I would argue like he really isn't that much of somebody on the left. He was still sort of a big business, this modern Democrat that instead of being for the average blue collar worker, is more of a corporatist, that Hillary Clinton-esque Democrat.
You're just saying that he's a capitalist, and he is a capitalist, right? I don't agree with things like bank bailouts and all sorts of things. We had to do it. I mean, I believe that he believed that we had to do it in order to sustain the U.S. economy. Which I mean, I understand what his point was. I can't say I completely agree, but I understand it too.
Yeah, I mean,
at the same time, like it is what it is. You're looking for somebody that's more of a socialist, right? And we have plenty of Democrats that are like that too. We have your Bernies, your AOCs, your Zorons, right? You have your Democratic socialists that aren't for the big banks, the big people, and all sorts of stuff. And every time they come in, people just call them communists or make up a whole bunch of lies about them. But then whenever they come in and start doing stuff, the things that they do are always pretty good and pretty generally appreciated. So, yeah.
Bernie would have won 2016, and the Democratic Party stopped it from happening.
I agree.
He would have won.
I agree.
Bernie bros went to Trump. A lot of them did.
Well, that was stupid, but regardless, I do agree with what you were saying.
You said that statement stupid, or it's stupid that they went there?
It's stupid that they went there.
Yeah, maybe it was more of an anti-establishment thing.
Yeah, the anti-establishment thing is stupid also. So.
Yeah, I mean it was just decades and decades of average Americans feeling like they weren't being listened to, and a lot of you can make a direct straight line from like 9/11 to the subprime mortgage crisis to the Tea Party and the populism that led to Trump.
You can, but let's be general about it, okay? Trump only wins because Hillary Clinton was a woman and Barack Obama was black. And you can draw that line.
That way?
Yep. I 100% can agree with that. 100%. Look at the racism and stuff that Donald Trump has expelled. Look at his followers. Look how openly racist or misogynistic they are. They don't even try to hide it. Right? Dude on the White House lawn calling Michelle Obama a man. Right? Nobody on the right is out talking about how bad it was or any of that stuff, right? Guy like that goes on the White House lawn, says some shit like that, which is both racist and misogynistic, right? It's actually both of them combined. But goes on and says that, no repercussion. So not only do his followers believe these things, but none of the people that follow him or the other people around him or the media that follows him even corrects the bad behavior, right? So they're enabling that bad behavior. So when I see that and I see that Donald Trump only lost to Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris only beat those two and only lost to Joe Biden in between there, the man, it tells you something, man. I'm sorry. You can't ignore too many of those things. After what Donald Trump did, even if Donald Trump was like a snapback to everybody being mad, about a certain group of people in the United States wanting to go back away from having a black president, fine, whatever. You snap back, people maybe they just didn't like Hillary Clinton. I don't really like Hillary Clinton either. I wasn't dumb enough to vote for Trump, but I didn't like Hillary Clinton either. Okay, fine, whatever. So they vote him in his first term, okay? But after his first term, you saw all the bullshit, right? You saw all the crap that he did. You saw how bad he was. You saw how much debt he had. You saw how he mishandled COVID. You heard all the generals talking about the crazy shit he wanted to do, turn the military against the American people. You saw all of that stuff in the first term. If you voted for him again the second time or the third time, there ain't much to say except for it is what it is.
I mean, listen. There was some. You can't. The way he dealt with foreign leaders is pretty good. His foreign policy was okay in the first term.
No, it wasn't.
You got to give
horrible. He got laughed off the UN floor.
The smallest bit of credit.
He got laughed off the UN floor.
Explain.
He went up on the UN floor talking about his accomplishments, and they all laughed at him. The collective 100 and whatever countries that are part of the UN, 160 something countries, all looked at him and laughed in his face about his accomplishments. There is literal videos of world leaders. Like, I think at the time it was, what was it? Johnson and Trudeau and, was it Macron? I think
Trudeau,
was
are
the other
you
one
kidding
there.
me? You're going to use him as an
Will you
example?
listen to the entire thing before you're done?
I'm sorry.
I said there was a group of politicians, including Macron and Trudeau and Johnson. Okay, Boris Johnson. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, he's a joke too.
Yeah, all sitting around making fun of Donald Trump, talking about how stupid he is and how freaking he has no business being there, and like how he's a bad president. Like literally all joking and making fun of him. Right? Like literally, this happened on multiple occasions.
Man.
Nobody respected Donald. Well, give me an example of when he was respected. Give me one time.
Well, I mean, his dealings with China, right, were okay. I mean,
he started a trade war with China.
He
started a trade war that China won.
How did they win?
Because they were able to freaking diversify themselves to a whole bunch of other countries that weren't giving such bad trade deals, and literally put us in a worse spot where our prices were worse. We were the only ones that suffered from Donald Trump's trade deal.
I'm not gonna. What?
That wasn't respect, sir. That was less respect than any other president has gotten. And he was just in freaking China. Xi Jinping didn't even meet him there. They left him on the tarmac.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I'm
just saying he's not respected. He's really not. He's been manipulated by Netanyahu. He's been manipulated by Putin. He capitulated to freaking and got manipulated by Kim Jong-un. He's made us less.
Weren't people talking about him winning Nobel Peace Prize at one point?
Yeah, him.
No. There was a lot of people talking about it.
Who? A bunch of his right-wing little cronies. Laura Loomer, maybe.
What was the conflict he helped mediate?
You tell me.
Well, I can't think it off the top of my head. I mean, what was? I'm sorry. I'm blanking right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't there a conflict he mediated where they were, and that's the reason he brought two sides to the negotiating table, and that's why he was nominated, or people talked about it, giving him the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, those were all just a bunch of his cronies saying that it shouldn't happen, but it was never real. Who did he bring? He didn't bring nobody to the table. I guess he brought us to the table with Iran after we started a war. I don't think you get a prize for that.
No. I'm talking like first term.
First term?
I think first term.
Dude, Pakistan brought two people to the table to stop this Iran and United States war. Like, that doesn't mean that they deserve a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, the Abraham Accords?
The Abraham Accords?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably one of the largest catalysts to the October 7th attacks.
Well, you're I mean, do you not support Gaza, or do you?
I support the sovereignty of any nation and the life of people.
Right. But so how would so you're saying the Abraham Accords did what exactly?
The Abraham Accords was an agreement. It was a trade agreement in the Middle East, right? It was a trade with Israel and other Middle Eastern countries to kind of bring them all to the table to trade with each other and to kind of open up trade between them, right? Which is fine. I have no issue with that. The problem is that countries like Saudi Arabia and other countries like that said that they would never do a deal like that until Palestine was given a free state. Well, he found a way to bypass that, which was one of the largest catalysts for the reason of the isolation of groups like Hamas, which led to the attack, which I'm sure was funded by people like Iran, which actually ended up leading into this war, right? So the Abraham Accords or something.
Pakistan at one point.
Yeah, we moved the embassy too from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, which was super dumb. But yeah, it's what happens. The Abraham Accords are something that happens, and this is what I'll say about the Abraham Accords. Okay, the Abraham Accords are something that happens when somebody tries to do something good but doesn't know what they're talking about. All right. Like that's really what it is. And I don't think it had anything to do with Trump. I think it was what's his face that actually helped negotiate. I forgot his name, but actually helped negotiate the Abraham Accords, right? It's literally a matter of fact of decent idea, but you have to understand the region in which you're working in and understand the complexities of it. And whoever was working in the Trump administration, whether that was Trump or whoever it was, right? Not Kushner. It was somebody. It was somebody else. But anyways, Kushner was a part of it, but that's not who I'm thinking of. But if you don't understand the complexities of the region that you're working in, then you can't possibly like understand how to fix it. Does that make sense? And that's what this was a big. That's what pretty much what this is.
Right. Well, did we do like something with India and Pakistan too at one point?
Yes, and then India specifically came out and said that Donald Trump had nothing to do with that negotiation.
Or something in the Congo too at one point, I remember.
Yeah, I think they're still fighting.
And then Armenia last year, right?
Armenia and Azerbaijan, they might still be fighting too. I'm not really sure. They were still fighting a long time after he settled it. I know that. Is Armenia and Azerbaijan still fighting? I can't remember.
I'm not the guy's biggest. I'm not his supporter at all, really. I'm just trying to like just get past all the hyperbole and smoke and idea like the we're so politically divided that I'm just trying. Like, I think Obama was a great president, and I think Trump did very few things that were good, but you still need the tiniest bit of credit for him. Is all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, sir, you see how like we're like in negotiations with Iran?
Yeah.
Do you know where those negotiations are taking place? Like, who's the mediator?
Switzerland?
Well, they're in Switzerland now. The main mediator has been Pakistan, right? They've been right. But Switzerland has worked as somewhat a mediator, but it's been Pakistan. Okay. So you see how Pakistan comes out and goes, hey, we're going to have both sides. We're going to act as the mediator in this, and we're going to work through this deal, right? That's how a mediation works in the real world. Okay. That's how it works. When the United States never, ever announced whatsoever that they were going to be a mediator between Azerbaijan and Armenia, and then the next day they're like, we created a peace deal, then we know it's not true, dude. Like that, it's that easy. Okay? If there's not a lead up to it, peace deals don't happen in an hour. All right? As Donald Trump is learning very, very clearly right now, right? That peace deals don't work in an hour. You don't just call and sign and call up and go, yo, I need to sign a peace deal. And people are just like, yep, let's do peace deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it works. You have to mediate. You have to bring both people to the table, and you have to create the deal, right? Like that's how it is, right? But Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about Donald Trump. Can't spell Azerbaijan. I promise you that, right? Honestly, in his defense, I'm not sure I can spell Azerbaijan, so I'll give him a break on that one. But I don't think he can spell Armenia, and he sure as hell couldn't point out either of them on a map, right? So he sure as hell doesn't deserve a peace prize for bringing them to the table. All right. The India-Pakistan thing would have been significant, but India straight up came out and said, no, he didn't do that. And Pakistan said that they had a role in it, but Pakistan was literally getting like gifts from the United States for doing that. Like they literally have a reason to say that, so it's just, you have to put these things in context and look at it holistically, right? Donald Trump takes credit for everything that happens everywhere, no matter whether or not he is actually a part of it, right? And then everything that he does that's bad, he finds a way to blame somebody else, right? That's all he does, right? It's either it happened good, even if he had nothing to do with it, he says that he had something to do with it. And if it's wrong, if it's bad happened, then it's always someone else's fault, right? Like he's arresting American citizens for sabotaging the reflecting pool when we saw the video of Donald Trump's like contractor pouring hydrogen peroxide into the pool. Like we all know it happened. And yet Donald Trump is going up there saying it was vandals.
That's not true. There's videos of a group with algae shirts on. And there's videos of people. There is people sabotaging it.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Is this a joke? There's been algae in the reflecting pool for decades. What are you talking about?
There is groups of people with algae shirts on.
Yeah, because they're making fun of him because he's an idiot. There's always. Have you ever been to the reflecting pool?
Yes, I have.
There's algae in it. There's always algae in it. That's why the Obama administration did an entire revamp of it to be able to filter all of that out.
Right.
Donald Trump took off the filters. And then painted the thing blue so it got hotter, so algae grew faster.
The shitty no-bid contract that he did.
The shitty no-bid contract was what put the blue paint in there. That heated up the water. The heated up water caused the algae to grow faster. In order to kill the algae, they poured hydrogen peroxide in the reflecting pool. The hydrogen peroxide disintegrated the paint and made the paint start breaking apart.
Well, let me rephrase that. Is there people taking advantage of the news story and going there to make the situation worse?
No, how can you make the situation worse? The pool's full of algae and his paint's falling apart. How are you going to make it worse?
Ripping up the paint.
The paint that's already broken off and floating?
Well, did they drain it to repaint it again? You don't think you think it's totally outside the realm of possibility that people want to make Donald Trump look even worse by trying to make? I'm just kidding. Is that outside the realm of possibility?
Here's the funny thing. All right, no one needs to. Okay, first of all, it's not drained. By the way, they didn't drain it. But second of all, this is what we call sane washing. Okay, this is what we call sane washing. All right, Donald Trump is plenty capable of making himself look like a complete incompetent moron all by himself. He doesn't need anyone's help. Okay? He is so good at doing that all by himself. All right? There is zero reason for anybody to go make him look bad. All they have to do is turn on their cameras. Okay? We have social media now. All people have to do is just turn on their cameras and record whatever's going on. And Trump will make himself look like a complete bumbling idiot all on his own. All right? There are literal surveillance cameras 24/7 on the reflecting pool. We have all the info. No one sabotaged it. Donald Trump's just an idiot. And he hired his little buddy who literally, and I don't mean this figuratively, literally already is like a felon for like trying to bribe Congress. All right? Like the dude already did it. All right? Like there's already like we know what's going on, man. This isn't like oh no, like we don't know like we know what's going on, man.
So do you think that all these people that got arrested are what's going to happen to them?
Which ones?
Are they going to be found not? 6 people have been arrested for death. Are they going to be found not guilty? Or are you going to say that Trump's going to?
They're never even going to get indicted.
Campaign what's that?
They're never even going to get indicted.
All right.
And then they're going to sue the federal government and get paid. God, I wish I was one of those people.
We'll see, I guess. I mean, I just don't think I think 2 things can be true at the same time. He can be an idiot, and there can be people wanting to make it look worse.
I don't know how it looks worse. They have Fox News hosts out there talking about how there's literally Fox News hosts out there being like, look how blue it is in front of a green pool.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying, like, one more thing I wanted to bring up to you about why people like support Trump and you know, like he's been all the things in his first term that just made the DNC look so bad. The Steele dossier, Russiagate, all that stuff. Like it made it seem like he was an enemy of the establishment, and he kept winning.
He didn't keep winning. They literally said in the freaking Mueller document that people in his administration knowingly colluded with Russia. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened because y'all still vote in people that are crazy. Like literally, the Mueller investigation specifically said it. we didn't know. Like they literally did. Like they literally interfered with the election, and people in his administration knew about it. It didn't prove that Donald Trump did, but people in his campaign 100% did. Now you can say whether he did or not. Whatever. That's on everybody else, but. And he isn't won, dude. He hasn't won shit. He just keeps losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. He's a felon. Y'all still vote for him. He freaking is adjudicated of sexual assault and defamation. Y'all still vote for him. He gets on stage and gets on television, brags about sexually assaulting people. Y'all still vote for him. He says he has sex in common with his daughter. Freaking like sexualizes a 10-year-old. Y'all still vote for him. Like he literally committed fraud multiple times. Y'all still vote for him. He's not winning, sir. You guys just keep voting, keep voting for an idiot for some reason. And then when people are getting defrauded,
why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? Because the United States is misogynistic and racist. That's why.
Right, and why all of a sudden
because white men in the United States, would literally rather have their pockets picked by Donald Trump, okay, than vote in a woman. They would literally rather get money taken directly out of their pockets rather than vote for a woman. Okay, especially a black woman. Oh my goodness. White women would rather have their pockets picked on depending on what the right women, but sometimes rather have their freaking white their pockets picked than vote for someone's black. It's just the way it is. I'm not saying it's right. It's not right in any way, shape, or form. But you have to be a special type of bigoted and stupid, like to look at Kamala Harris.
This is the problem,
To look at Kamala Harris, to look at how intelligent she was, how she had dedicated her life to public service, how qualified she was for the job. You have to be a special kind of bigoted and or stupid to look at her and then look at freaking President Shits himself, okay, defrauding the United States, felon, adjudicated of sexual assault, okay, 100,000 times in the Epstein files, to fucking vote for him over her. There's no. You either have to be. You have to be mouth breathing stupid, or you have to be a just complete bigot. There is no other way around it. There's no possible way. Like that you would vote for higher groceries, new wars, dude, he tried to steal a fucking election, dude. He tried to steal an election on television. All right. And people still voted for him. Like, come on, give me a break, man.
Here's the problem. You can't just take 50% of the country or more and just throw them in that bucket, because you know why? If push comes to shove and things keep going apart, right, and people keep getting divided, right, the side who's going to be more prepared if it came down to actually fighting this out for real, if our country gets that divided? It's not going to be the people voting for Kamala Harris. And the more you keep pushing people apart, I don't know, you understand, where does this lead, right? People who voted for Trump had real grievances, regardless of Trump's personality and the horrible things.
You think the whole military's Republican? Is that what you think?
No, I'm talking about the 50% of the American people. And I would say 75% of it's Republican, yeah.
Yeah, no. So first of all, okay, Americans fight for America, right? And trust me, when you have good presidents, people want to fight for their country a whole lot more, okay? Because I tell you what right now, Donald Trump has no respect for the fucking military in the slightest. All right, that's not even in the ballpark, right? But if you want to ask me what percentage of fucking America is either misogynistic or racist in some way, shape, or form, to the point where they wouldn't want a leader, I'd put the number higher than 50%. If you want me to be completely honest with you, okay? I'd put
50%.
I'd put the number higher than 50%. To be completely honest with you, one or the other, 100%.
And the more you keep alienating them, what's going to happen if it really push comes to shove?
I don't give a shit what happens. I'm still gonna. You think you're gonna threaten me out of calling out racist and misogynist? I don't think you know who you're talking to.
No. But
I'll give a fuck.
Like
if you're a racist,
you have no middle ground.
If you're a racist or a misogynist out there, and I want to look directly at you when I say that, you can go fuck yourself. Okay, I don't give a shit if you're alienated or you feel bad. If you're like, oh, my little white fragility or oh, my little male fragility, then go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, dude. I don't give fuck. Are you out of your fucking mind? I don't give a shit. Fucking grow up. Hopefully your kids learn to be better people than you are.
Hold on. I'm taking hypotheticals.
I'm not
talking about me personally.
I'm not talking hypothetical at all. There is a bunch of racist, misogynistic little fucks out there. All right. And especially you little fucking 20-year-old little fucking cucks, fucking little groiper, incel, red pill pieces of shit. Okay, that are out there fucking thinking that, oh, all women are against you and you fucking like, fuck you, dude. Like, get your fucking life together, bro. Like, nobody fucking likes you. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to touch your little wee-wee because you're a piece of shit. Like, grow the fuck up. Get some fucking better parents. Get a good male role model. Okay? Like, truthfully. Right? Like, I think that maybe we're missing a lot of male role models in this fucking country or some shit. All right? But get an actual real man to fucking teach you how to be a fucking real man that actually respects women and trusts women and cares about women and respects the intelligence of women and fucking, like, wants women to be leaders. Find a good fucking male role model to fucking put in that fucking spot where you can fucking learn to get out of your off your fucking Xbox for 2 fucking seconds. Nothing wrong with people that play Xbox. I'm just saying honest. But where you get out of your fucking room for fucking 2 seconds and learn that ain't nobody out to fucking get you. You're doing it to your fucking self. Okay? You're doing it to your fucking selves. All right? You're doing all of this to your fucking self. You're the generation that's going to be hurt for decades. Okay? You're the generation that's going to be hurt for fucking decades due to the decisions you're making right now. Listen to fucking, I'm at the gym today. Somebody's listening to fucking Nick Fuentes on their fucking shit. It's like, bro, like, you think this is going to make you better in life? You think this is going to help you grow up? It's not. Okay? You could be setting up your future voting for strong fucking women. All right? You could be setting up your future voting for strong fucking women that are actually going to help you, right? Politically help you to be better in life, like through your life. They're going to pass policies that help you get fucking jobs, that increase your fucking income, that like, you know, like that can help you, and you're too busy worried about them because they're a fucking woman. Like, y'all need to grow the fuck up, dude. Like, y'all are sick, bro. Y'all are like y'all are literally sick. Like, y'all are fucked up in the head, man. Like, I'm serious.
Bro,
right?
I'm a 30-year-old man.
I'm not talking about you.
Who doesn't know about who groypers are. I didn't mean for it to go this way.
No, I'm just sick of motherfuckers, dude. Like, it's so obvious that this country is misogynistic and racist. Like, it's so obvious. Like, this isn't like a, like,
yeah, and what happens when they say,
like,
okay, but let me ask you this. What happens when they say, fuck you, stop me from being misogynistic and racist? Then what do you do?
What do you think they've been doing my whole fucking life? Think that's new? Have you not heard of Jim Crow? Have you not heard of women's suffrage? Have you not heard of all the laws and things that have been put in the country? They've been doing that longer than my grandparents are alive. What are you talking about? They've always said we're going to be misogynistic and we're going to be racist and fuck you. And all I'm doing is saying fuck you back. That's all I'm doing.
All right,
I'm saying fuck you back.
Well, you're right. Well, I actually respect that, because there isn't enough people who I feel like on that side who do that. So I respect it. I just how will we ever, to the way you just talked, right? You just talked with like extreme hate in your heart.
For racists, yes. I have extreme hate in my heart for racists.
Okay, but if that's 60% of the population, like you think it is.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Well, then get ready to pick up a gun, then, man. If you can't try to find middle ground, I don't know what to tell you.
Find middle ground with racists?
You're saying that's 60% of the country.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. I should find middle ground with racists.
No, I think you're exaggerating.
Guys,
the number
please
of
only
racists.
guys, if you guys could just discriminate against me only a little. Like
no, I think you're
about
exaggerating the number of racists.
about 50% of the discrimination. I'll take about 50%. And what the fuck are you talking about? Discriminate like fucking.
You're saying 6 in 10 people are
What are you
racist.
fucking talking about? It's fucking crazy.
You're saying 6 in 10 people are racist.
Of course they are.
How come together as a country that
I don't want to come together with racists. Fuck y'all.
I'm not doing anything. Listen to you and listen to Nick Flynn.
If you're telling me to come together with racists, then you're racist. I don't know what you went, but if you're telling me to come 50-50 with racists, then you're racist. Okay? Just thought I'll let you know that.
I'm saying that you have to realize that not everybody's racist disagrees with you.
So, just thought I'll let you know.
But everybody. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. Your Trump mobile phone is falling apart.
No. Come on, bro. Like, you really think I'm doing this in bad faith?
No, really, I can't fucking hear you. I don't know where you went.
Hold on, I'm driving. I apologize. I said, you really think I'm doing this in bad faith now? Like I'm like the Nick Fuentes type. Like that's what I'm trying to do.
I don't care what you're like, sir. It doesn't really matter to me. But anyways, I'm gonna get off the phone with you because yeah.
I apologize, man. I did not mean to come off like that way at all.
Hey, what do they say? Don't be sorry, be better.
What did I do that was wrong?
Yeah, you told me to come together with racists. That's what you did.
No.
Okay?
I said no.
So don't be sorry.
You need to reevaluate what you think a racist is, how many racists there are.
No, I think the racists need to reevaluate their thought process. I don't need to reevaluate shit. But anyways, bye now. Just be nicer to the racists, guys. Just be nicer to the racists. Y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate y'all. I do. Melissa, thank you so much for the jewels. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the star, the happy, the sparkles. Anthony, thank you so much. Santa Cruz, thank you so much. Anonymous, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I said Trump loves to destroy good things and then blame everyone else. It's sad that that in fixing something has to get broken worse for. I think the only things Donald Trump is allowed to actually fix is things that he broke to begin with. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Donald Trump has ever fixed anything that he didn't break to begin with. If you want to be completely honest. But yeah, thank you so much, Anonymous. And Heathen, thank you so much for the $20 that he drove his motorcade through it. Literally on the paint. They drove the motorcade on the paint, and they're like, I don't know why it's peeling. What the fuck? Dude, so stupid. Anyways, y'all, I'm getting off the night. I've been on for about 3 hours. I will be on. I have tennis at 4:30. So I'll probably be on like 6:37 Central tomorrow. Something like that. But after that, I think I'm going to go back to this 5 time. I kind of like this 5 o'clock time that I did today. So after tomorrow, I'll go back to this 5 o'clock time. I hope you guys liked the time. Y'all, I have a new video that came out today at noon. Podcast is out. Go hit my link tree. Podcast out, the Polypolitics podcast on all your streaming platforms. Thank you guys so much for the support. Love all of y'all. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. See you guys later, okay? Bye.